Okay. I have... Oh, God, it's close. It's 2:59. This is Jeff, and I have decided as an experiment to be late to today's podcast. I'm never late. It was a whole thing. We talked about how I like to be 15 minutes early, but I decided to see how the other half lives. And so I'm going to see if I can stomach being 1 minute late. It's driving me nuts already. All I have to do is just click one button. Just one button to come in. But I need... Oh, it's hard to do. It's hard to do. They're getting mad. I can see they're talking. They're upset. They're all in the... Oh, why is 1 minute so long? I wish I had a timer. It's quite hard to allow yourself to be late when you could walk through the door. If I join right now, I'm still technically on time. I don't know how you people do this. I don't know how you perennially late people. God, I used to manage a call center before this career, and, it was a blessing when an employee would show up on time. Early was unheard of. 99.9% of the time, everybody was 10 minutes late. They seem so comfortable with it. I'm nervously rubbing my leg because I just want to join the stupid room. 301, I'm joining.
I'm trying to
hey, what's up? I'm late. Ask me why.
Okay, why are you late?
I wanted to see how the other half lived. Yeah, I logged in at 2:59. I hit record and I just talked through it while I tried desperately not to join. I don't know how people can do it.
Wait. So you're saying that you're late to this recording?
Yes.
However, Jeff, in your way of describing being late to this recording, you have just explained that, in fact, you logged on early and started recording early and started recording by yourself early, but then showed up late.
You son of a bitch. I was early to my being late, Frank.
So
God damn it.
Even to being late, you were early.
God, you're right. You're fucking right. I just wanted to talk through the psychosis of it because I was sitting here and I was driving me nuts and I was just begging it to be 3:01 so I could just fucking join because I hate it. I hated at my core being late. Then I was early. You're right. Fuck.
Did you do the intro?
Yeah, did you do the intro in it?
No, I don't do intros anymore. Andrew turned me off to them.
I will say I've been thinking about the intro, and I think it probably does make sense.
God damn it, Andrew!
I've reconsidered the intro, because we never really say each other's names on the show. So I don't know how else.
So I don't understand. So when I say all this stuff and it's weeks ago, you disagree. But then it just takes you like a month and a half to come around, or what is it?
Yeah, I think about it. I process it.
For a month and a half?
Well, I don't know. There's a lot going on. I was thinking about it, and you're right. We don't really say our names. I think the intro sucks in terms of a flow of a show. I don't think we need it in terms of, I don't know, it just feels weird to me.
What feels weird? You just described all the reasons for needing it, and I don't understand because it's not for the flow of the show. It's strictly for business. I don't understand.
No, I get what you're saying. Okay, so from my point of view, it's more naturalistic to just talk, and doing an intro feels more performative, or like it has to go a certain way, and that feels weird to me. I'm not as comfortable with that as just talking.
But we didn't do intros because you kept talking about how the intro was dumb.
Yeah, that's fair. Is that why we stopped? I just thought we all agreed.
No, nobody agreed! To my frustration, everyone just stopped doing the intro.
Well, maybe we should do the intro. This is how far, Jeff? How long have you been recording for?
7 minutes.
Oh, that's not bad. I got in here like 20 minutes and was talking to myself nonstop. So we're both doing our own solo thing. Welcome to kFace, episode 21?
16.
What a fool I am. Of course, 16. I am not your host. I'm not the one who does intros. Andrew, joined by...
My name is Jeff Ramsey, and
I'm Gavin. I've taken note, Andrew, of my favorite part about making face, and it's when I interrupt you while you're giving me the answer to the question that I'm asking. It happens so much just by accident, and you always just snap in the most hilarious way that's so out of character for you. I love it every time it happens.
It doesn't make sense. Like it's not even like I'm being vague or I'm trying to do a metaphor. I'll be directly explaining the information you're looking for, and you'll just yell like, "Faster! Give it now!"
What I'm hearing is Gavin is Mike Pence and Andrew is obviously Kamala Harris.
And you're the fly on my head.
And I'm the fly.
Yeah, because usually it's like, "Hey, Andrew, why don't you do it like this?" And Andrew will be like, "No, don't do it like this." And I'll be like, "Well, how do you want it done?" And you'll be like, "Well, stop interrupting me." It's like, to me, it's like a perfect flow of conversation. But for you, I'm like stepping all over you. And that's what I like about it.
It's that Canadian speech pattern. You never know when you can jump in.
Is that a thing?
It is now.
Okay, sure.
I feel like Andrew is like ready to jump out after every single word, and he's not fully committed to each sentence. He's just like, he'll finish saying one sentence and then leave too big of a pause for me to then hop in.
Like that? Was that like the pause you're looking for?
That one was massive.
That was a big pause?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know. I didn't know what you meant by long pause.
Could have driven a Buick through that pause.
Yeah, but I'm talking about pauses after you speak, not after I speak.
Okay. Well, I'll speak with less pause? Would that be? I'm trying to be Canadian nice to you right now, Gavin. How would you like me to speak? What adjustments could I make? I mean, this is outrageous. That was a clear pause, and you both just nothing, just leaving me out to die.
Listen, don't let me into this nonsense. You were talking to Gavin. I'm listening.
Yeah, and I didn't want to step all over you.
That was not stepping. That was stepping in a different way. You just threw shit at me. That was terrible.
I had lunch with Jack today, who, if you're not super familiar with our company, it's a guy we work with.
Dude, he listens to this. Did you know that?
He listens to the podcast, which A, makes me uncomfortable and is a little weird. But B, he likes to talk to me about it. He told me that this last episode, so maybe it wasn't, I don't know, the episode that just came out this week, not that we're talking about, the one before, that Gavin said the funniest thing he's ever said in his life. And you and I completely and totally missed it, Andrew, and glossed over it and didn't give it the reverential respect it deserves. Apparently, we were talking about judge stuff. Gavin said he would be Judge Gavel, which is a very funny thing to say. And I don't remember it at all, and I guess we blew through it. And even on my listen through, I didn't hear it. So, Gavin, congratulations. Jack thought that was a very funny moment, and I'm sorry I didn't give you the space.
He texted me that, and I didn't even remember saying it because no one reacted to it. I went back to find it, and no one says anything. And to me, I assume I just throw it out, as a throwaway comment, like it's better than silence. But I wasn't like super proud of it.
It tickled Jack to the point where he had to.
Oh, I love that.
He had to bring it up today. I thought that was interesting.
We were talking about colors. We're talking about Gerpel. Wait. Okay, speaking of lines you didn't get, did you guys not hear Gerpel last? No, you did, because we talked.
Oh, yeah. We talked about making a Gerpel shirt.
Yeah.
I feel like I didn't hear it in the recording, but we talked about it in Slack afterwards.
No, it was in the recording. I think it was you two were talking and closing the show, and I just kept making up color names. I kept saying Gerpel. But yeah, so we're talking about Gerpel. Jeff had a whole bit where he wanted to read our text line, which was just forgotten about completely.
Oh, shit. God damn it.
You're really enthused about it too. You're like excited, and I didn't know where it began and where it ended, and I felt bad because Gavin only had one line of dialogue if we did that. I had this whole thing worked out where I was going to try and get you two to flip roles without knowing, and so I could have the Gavin spot, so I do the least amount of talking. That would have been great.
Wait, do I do the least amount of talking?
No, in the text chain. If we were doing the script, you had one thing that said like cool, and that was it.
Do you guys have it? Or do you guys have it in front of you?
I can pull it up.
All right. Andrew started off.
We should sell a Gerpel color shirt.
Love it. Interesting fact about Dumb and Dumber. The original screenplay was actually written by Chicago filmmaker John Hughes, The Breakfast Club, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Vacation. But due to the deal he made with the directors, his name was to be stripped from the project, including the script.
Damn.
Would you intentionally write a shitty script if you knew you would not be credited?
What color blank should we print Gerpel on?
Yes. And black, white?
Surely some sort of greenish purple.
I wonder if hypercolors is still a thing.
The uglier the better. I don't think it even needs a design.
An ugly-ass greenish purple blank. Does it say Gerpel on it anywhere?
I think it exudes Gerpel, doesn't need to be stated.
Maybe on the inside tag. If you could find out how many times you've been bitten by a bug in your life, would you want to know? I don't think I would. I think the answer would be too gross.
Only if I could then bet on the bug bites.
Well, yeah. I mean, if we could make it a gambling thing, sure. I bet it's thousands.
I would take the under on Gavin. Gavin strikes me as someone who doesn't get bitten frequently.
He is so hairy, I bet it's harder for bugs to get in. 4.
Can we release an episode as a text log?
I think we can do anything. Do you think if we performed a text conversation, the audience would be able to tell?
Absolutely.
Maybe. Let's perform a test. Let's read our lines next week, starting from "we should sell a Gerpel shirt" up to and including this part of the conversation. Well, I can see this idea went over as well as a baseball bat.
I think it's great. I feel bad adding to the script. Gavin only has one line of dialogue at the moment.
Bam.
We already had that conversation.
Did you know that brown isn't a color? It's just dark orange. Picture of brown.
Aren't all colors technically just a shade of another color?
No, primary colors are just those colors. Did you know that some colors are impossible? There's no such thing as yellowish blue to humans.
I don't know about that, Gavin.
I want us to do something like the... Oh, I don't want to read that part. that's a bit for the future. And scene.
That was a good scene.
That was a good scene.
I'll be honest, I hadn't actually read 80% of that. I just came back to my phone one day and saw like 27 on the text icon. I was like, what the hell? And then I just scrolled all the way to the bottom of it and wrote bam.
It's so obvious that you guys are reading something. I mean, Gavin is just robotically reading something.
Yeah.
But Jeff puts so much enthusiasm
Acting!
when he reads.
Acting!
Like the way that he never, ever sounds when you're just speaking with him.
Acting!
That's not acting. The dialogue doesn't match your emotion at all. You're just really enthused and yelling about every line. You would never speak that way.
See, I'm reading with the same tone that I had at the time while I was typing it.
But to circle back, I'm not done with Gerpel. We're just getting started on this Gerpel talk. So I sent a message to all of you in our Slack earlier this week saying, I've been working on something behind the scenes.
That was terrifying.
I said, don't be scared. I said, don't be alarmed. But I'm doing some work behind the scenes here, which is funny to say in a behind the scenes. It was a behind the scenes of the behind the scenes chat. And I talked to Tony, this shirt stuff, clothes stuff, design stuff, and I put Gerpel into motion. We're figuring out Gerpel.
You guys are Gerping?
We're Gerping. I have some options. We could evaluate the different Gerpel takes I have. Don't need to go with the design pattern necessarily, just some color. Just some color possibilities of what a Gerpel might look like.
I started doing a thing with, it was like an old sponsor of one of our podcasts that I assume I won't say the name of, about underwear. And I just subscribed, and once a week or once a month I get some boxes, and then I just pilfer around in my drawer for the shoddiest, probably like 14 to 15-year-old pair of boxer shorts with a hole in, and I pick them out and I throw them away. And they slowly, over time, over the months, will become fully replaced with a brand new set of boxes.
Yeah, that's smart. I do something similar. Yeah.
I was thrown off by your use of "I assume I won't say," like that you didn't have a choice in the matter. Like there was some other force that could somehow make you... That was completely your decision. I don't know why you had to articulate that you were unsure of whether to proceed.
Yeah, that was a really weird way of phrasing
This
it.
is very strange.
Is that what was in the script? Is that what was typed out?
Yeah, it must have been an autocorrect or something.
Oh, God.
Okay.
The audience wasn't very aligned with you last week, Andrew, with the whole bag being a container thing.
Let me restate. That was my fault. I'll own up to it. I should have explained my point better. That's on me. I accept that a bag can be a container. It contains things. My issue is socially. If I said, hey, Gavin, get me a container, and you come back with a bag, I'm going to think you're a psychopath. Nobody does that. Nobody gets a bag.
If you were holding like a handful of grapes or something, I probably would get a bag. Or like some sort of small thing that fits in a bag, like fruit.
Well, the fruit comes bagged. And also fruit comes in containers. Like blueberries come in containers. Berries come in containers, not bags.
That's true.
Well, frozen ones are in bags.
Oh, frozen ones coming.
Ooh, I didn't. You know what? I'm not a frozen fruit guy. So you're right. That's a good point.
You're not a smoothie guy?
No, not really.
You big frozen fruit guy, Gav?
No, I bought a blender and some frozen fruit once, and I made a smoothie, and I thought, it's not for me. It's nice, it's delicious, just a lot of faff, and it's not like great for you. It's just like a ton of sugar and shit, isn't it? I had a pretty breakthrough moment in my dreams last night, which I was pretty proud of.
I'd like to hear it.
So I've had, I guess since COVID, I've had just tremendously boring dreams. And this was a little bit before as well, where I just don't dream about anything. I dream through my own eyelids. So I end up dreaming about like my nightstand and what's on it from the angle that my head is actually at while I'm asleep. And it's become a real problem because it's just I can't not look at my table next to my bed. But last night, there was some weird shit showing up in my dream version of my nightstand. Like there was like a cat and like some sort of demon thing, and I can't close my eyes because my eyes are closed. I'm asleep, so I had to dream a second set of eyelids that would close over my real dream eyelids, so I couldn't see the demons. And I have eventually figured out how to close my eyes in my dream where my eyes are stuck open. I'm pretty proud of it.
Can I?
Do you have any idea what I just said?
That I do. That's a lot to unpack.
I'm fascinated by this. Did you try to wake up first, or did you immediately go, I need to create a second set of eyelids and then make them operational?
That was honestly the first thought, because it's hard to wake up from a dream.
Yeah.
Especially when your dream feels like you're awake looking at what's next to your real head. Are you an eye mask at night kind of guy?
No.
Okay, just regular eyelids.
Just regular eyelids. What if you put on do you use an eye mask?
Yeah, I could dream right through that thing too.
Wow, okay. I was going to say. What have you tried two?
Like eventually the physical things that are on my head will break through into the dream and I just won't be able to see through them.
You should really just try sleeping with a VR helmet on and just see what happens, see what your visibility is. I had a Spider-Man dream when I was a kid, and that was like the greatest dream I ever had. I immediately took my mask off. I was flying around the city. Everybody knew I was Spider-Man. It was great.
You did a face reveal as Spider-Man, like the moment you were
literally the first thing I did. I'm like, I'm fucking Spider-Man, everybody. Want to see me climb this wall? I'll climb this wall right now. This is amazing. And it was the greatest dream. And I told my cousin about it. I was like, I had this Spider-Man dream. You got to get yourself a Spider-Man dream. I don't know what you got to do to make that happen, but work on it. It's fantastic. And the whole summer, he would try to have this Spider-Man dream. And it finally happened like at the end of August. And he said, hey, I had the Spider-Man dream. And I was so excited for him. I said, oh, well, what happened? You climbed buildings? What did you do? What was going on? And he said, nah, I was Spider-Man, but I was stuck in a swimming pool the entire time. And I had no ability to use any of the powers. I just could not leave the swimming pool as Spider-Man.
It was like in the water?
He was in the water and he could not get out. His webs did not work. He could not climb. All of the things that make you... He's essentially just a guy in a Spider-Man suit who didn't know how to swim, stuck in a pool.
It's like being the Invisible Man in a room with all the lights off.
Yes, exactly.
Earlier today, I almost died on my bicycle. Oh, I should say this. My girlfriend listens to this podcast, and she's always worried about me being safe. Because I was riding in a bike lane, and I was just thinking about how long and straight these bike lanes are in Austin, and I thought, how long can I ride my bike with my eyes closed, straight? Like, if my eyes what keep me straight? Because my hands are what move and change the direction. So if I just like hold my hands frozen in place and close my eyes, how long can I ride straight? And you can ride straight with your eyes closed until the car in the oncoming traffic lane honks its horn at you because you're driving right at it.
Why would you test this by a road? Why would you do it there?
Because that's where I had the thought. I had the thought and then I tried it. And I woke up. I didn't wake up. I opened my eyes because a car honked at me, and I was barreling down. I was very far away from the bike lane, and I was definitely in traffic.
So, but the problem is, Jeff, with your experiment is you proved nothing because you have no idea how, were there cars the entire time? Like, you just learned when a car was there.
I picked a quiet road. It wasn't...
You could have been off course the minute you closed your eyes.
I probably was.
Could have been instantly. You proved nothing.
Yeah. No, I mean, I agree. And I thought to myself, experiment failed. Won't try that again.
I like that you even tried it, though. There's no process of thinking that, what if I immediately veer off? How would I know?
Yeah.
I like that the alternative is like a man dies in Austin, hit by car, riding bike, but you never would have heard why. And that's what's brilliant about the fact that you lived through this.
The Citizen app update would not have mentioned what, while driving with eyes closed to prove dumb point.
I was thinking about, why is there never a decimal system with 5? Like, if you're doing 1 to 10, there's always a decimal, but 5 is always stars. You never see a decimal in the 1 to 5 scale.
Well, because DEC is 10, DEC.
But it's just if you're gonna do a system, okay.
What you're after is pentamals.
Is a pentamal the exact same as a decimal? That doesn't make. You're just saying stuff.
But deck is 10.
Deck is 10. I know, but I'm saying just if I'm a critic of fucking, I don't know, pizza, I don't give a shit about that if I'm going 1 through 5. Why can't I have a 4.6 is what I'm saying.
Nick, can you make sure there's a pentamal somewhere in the title of this week's episode? I don't know what one is.
I'd just like to point out, I was trying to prove one more thing. I closed my eyes through half of that conversation and then opened it through the last half, and you guys didn't get any funnier or less funny.
Okay.
Jeff, you sound a mile away.
My microphone's in my fucking mouth.
I have you up at 200% in Discord, and I can barely hear what you're saying.
Is this any better? I blew out my audio the last episode, trying to avoid that. Testing, check 1, 2, ha! Is that any better?
We hear you through a different mic than your recording mic, though, right?
Well...
So blowing out the mic shouldn't be anything to do with it.
How do I boost Jeff?
You can right-click on his little name, and then you can turn up his user volume.
It's already...
Yeah, it's maxed for me. It's like 200%.
Mm-hmm.
What should my output be?
What? What does that mean? Where is there a lot? What's happening?
I'm looking at voice settings.
Well, your output should be somewhere that's being recorded.
Your input's your microphone. Your output is your headset.
All right, now it's at 90%. How's
Well,
that?
there's no need to yell about it.
Yeah, right.
That
No
was
kidding.
really loud.
Split the difference. Jesus Christ.
Are you fucking serious? Oh, wow, that's loud on my recording. All right, it looks like it's real time. How's that? Am I good now?
It's a little quiet.
It got worse again.
Give me some fucking feedback here. I'm trying to fix this.
I'm giving you feedback. I don't know why you're yelling at me.
All right.
Wait,
all
do
right, everybody shut up, Jeff. Okay.
Okay.
Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna
Sure.
I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna do a little soliloquy, okay? And as I
Okay.
talk, I'm gonna turn the gain. When it hits the perfect sweet spot, yell for me to stop, okay?
Okay.
First, let me get into my talking voice. Okay, so I'm going to be telling stories at about like this. Let me know when you guys think if I've hit a point
Right
where...
there.
About there.
There you go. Thank you. That was easy.
What number is that at?
85%.
Oh, so you
right
split the
in
difference.
between.
Interesting.
So when we said split the difference,
Hey!
You're just adjusting gain? Was that your whole exercise?
Yeah, dumbass. I was trying to find the right level of gain.
Well, it wasn't that
Well, now
hard.
I'm fucking blown out when I yell. It's packed hard red.
My audio is especially loud too right now. I think I need to make an adjustment as well. Do I go left or right on this game?
oh, I'll be honest, the the volume of my headphones was too low.
Ah!
No, Jeff was definitely loud. This is not your fault.
I'm going back down.
Why? No.
Because I'm blowing out the fucking audition file.
This is all in the episode, by the way, isn't it? This.
Yeah, no, I'm recording.
Hey, Nick, I want to talk to you for a second. Everybody else can go suck a butt. Hey, in the last 2 episodes, was my audio blown out?
No.
Okay. Do I sound okay right now?
You sound okay.
Yeah, you sound fine.
Okay, thank you.
So here we are. Welcome to Face episode 20, and introducing our hosts, Jeff, Andrew, and Gavin. Guys, take
That's us.
it away.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Eric is the announcer again. Because last time he didn't want the job, and today he was like busting down the door to do it.
No, I still don't want the job. I'm just trying to get the show underway. So now
I see.
and Jeff, the host, take it away.
I don't know how I feel about his intro. I feel like his heart wasn't in that one. I feel like we've heard better.
To be-
Ladies and
It's
gentlemen,
Andrew.
welcome to shut the fuck up. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Face, the #1 podcast of Rooster Teeth for farts, fun, and fancy-free thinking. Guys,
Fancy free?
my alliteration ran out.
I had a little conversation with Andrew last night. Which do you think we should talk about that, Andrew? The sort of confusion surrounding.
I feel like we should, especially within the context of the audio engineer talk. We have an issue with Nick. Not even really a Nick issue. That's unfair. It's not Nick's fault.
You went straight in there with Nick.
I did.
I feel like it was potentially a Discord issue.
Was it? But he got the file though, right? So it wouldn't have been an editing decision?
Nick, are you able to hop on and record yourself? Andrew, what's your problem with Nick?
It is not my problem. Gavin texted me last night. Last week we made a very big deal about Gerp and the excitement around Gerp and the future of Gerp. And I'm just minding my business, having a decent evening. Gavin texts me, "You never said Gerp." You never even made up a color.
The thing was, last week when you had all the Gerpel designs,
Yeah.
I couldn't remember you saying Gerpel the previous week.
Oh my God, I couldn't either. I thought he said burple or yerple or something.
Yeah.
And I thought I must have heard it wrong because you guys were talking about Gerpel like it was cemented in fact.
Yeah, so I was like, man, somehow, Andrew, I missed Gerpel. I missed it in the recording. I heard it for the first time over text when we did our little stage play, when we were in the middle of writing that. So we get the proof of last week's episode, or 2 weeks ago's episode, I think yesterday. So I listened to that, gave a few notes. And then at the end, Andrew's like, oh, you ever think we could invent a new color? Never once heard any mention of Gerpel in the recording. So I was like, Andrew, you never said Gerpel. We've made a shirt or designed shirts for something that you never said in a podcast.
What a fucking face.
I was losing my mind because I was very confident I said it. Gavin said I didn't make up any colors at all. I was like, I'm pretty sure I made up like 3 or 4.
You did. You made up yerple.
I think I called it Groupel and then Gerpel later. I definitely say Groupel, I think. I don't think the Gerpel pronunciation.
You said porridge, apparently.
I did say Porridge and Pello.
I only heard Pello.
Why is this Nick's fault?
Because I do say them. It's just not in the finalized audio, I believe. It's in my audio file, but it doesn't make it to the cut.
Nick, what do you know?
I know that Andrew. I know that Andrew told me, "Hey, just cut whatever I said at the end." So let me go back and double check, but I don't remember Gerpel.
Wait, did I do that?
You did.
I don't think I did that.
I think you did that.
Wait, you told him to cut Gerpel?
No, I definitely didn't tell him I would never cut Gerpel. How dare you even accuse me of such things? I don't remember saying that. I could have said it. It's possible. It's been a lot. I could easily forgot. There was a moment in time in which Gavin convinced me I never said it at all. That was terrifying.
I don't know that you did.
No one heard it.
Jeff did.
I'm with Gavin. The first time I remember hearing the word Gerpel was in that text exchange.
I mean, it's hilarious that the audience is going to listen to the episode that comes out on Wednesday, and they're going to have no idea about any Gerpel, and then the following week, it's all Gerpel.
Well, why don't we release a special Gerpel cut or like a separate Gerpel snippet that we can put out with this episode, 2 weeks later or whatever, just so we can hear it.
I think you're right that the problem is I don't think I actually ever say Gerpel. I think I call it Groupel. I don't think I nailed the Gerpel
For God's sake.
until after. I think I just completely missed on Gerpel. I don't think there's any mention of Gerpel until the next episode, in which I very confidently am like, Gerpel's the best. We're doing this Gerpel thing.
You couldn't write this level of dysfunction. That's
No.
really... Oh my God.
So why don't we,
We're selling 2 shirts based on something no one said.
if you could find it, Nick, why don't you insert the original Gerpel statement from Andrew's raw recording, cut from the episode 2 weeks ago?
Or Groupel, which sounds like a Groupon ripoff.
So we'll put it in right now.
What about, like, Pello? It's like a purple and a yellow.
Shh.
All right. Thanks for listening. Rate 5 stars and subscribe, whatever that
Porn.
means.
Ugh.
This has been episode 16 of Face. Thank you for listening. And Nick, go ahead and
Group.
cut out anything where I look
Gerpel.
dumb or not super
Gerpels.
smart. Cut out the whole Mandela effect thing because I look dumb in it. Well, all right.
All right.
Okay.
He may have said it.
I don't know how to feel about this. I'm pretty sure I didn't. I think I call it Groupel, and then I think I may say Gerpel, but it's when I'm away from the microphone looking for a pen.
I don't even know what it
You said it away
I'm
from a
out.
microphone while someone else was... It's getting worse.
Yeah, no, I thought it was kind of, I don't know. In my head, it was funny.
Okay, so away from a mic, underneath someone else talking, and you asked for it to be removed.
Yeah, well, no, I don't. I'm very confident. I don't think I asked for that to be removed.
Okay.
I bought a video game by mistake.
What'd you buy?
I bought Nickelodeon Racers 2 because it was a new release.
Are you trying to find your next Garfield?
I was looking for my next Garfield and a Nickelodeon Racers 2. On that store, you got SpongeBob. You got all the classic Nickelodeon characters. I thought, this is perfect. Nobody's going to buy this full-price game. And I bought it. They don't have a leaderboard. There's no real online aspect. The only thing they kind of track is how far you've driven in the cars. So that's a dumb competition. So now I just have Nickelodeon Racers 2, and I haven't even played it, and I paid full price.
You could be the person who's driven the furthest.
I could,
Did you buy it on Xbox?
Yes.
I think you can return it, can't you?
Maybe. I don't know. That seems like work.
I don't want to make it too much work for you. I think you can do it on Steam as well.
Do you have to upload it back to them? Like give them back all the ones and zeros?
Yeah, you have to re-upload it with a text file that says, please return for full value.
Maybe I'll create an online race scene in Nickelodeon Racers too.
Or maybe a dev will hear this podcast and add in the leaderboards.
Ooh, the Andrew DLC.
I don't feel like anyone's taking suggestions from the Gerp guy. I don't think it's going to make it.
But here's the beauty of it. Here's the beauty of it. What?
What?
What are you
Tried
saying?
that twice. You're 2 strikes.
Here's the beauty of it. Oh,
You're out. Just stop. Just move on. You're good. You tried.
I can't do it.
Hey, Gav.
Yeah.
I have a question. What's the beauty of it?
Nothing.
They made a Minority Report Game Boy game, and his one note, I don't know if it was from him directly or if it was the company he owns. They got the game, and his one criticism was that there was too much violence, and he wanted them to change the pistols into puke guns and make everybody puke because kids think puke is funny. That was his insight.
He's not wrong.
To the movie that he made with guns?
Yes, for the Game Boy game, because I guess he viewed that only kids would want to play the Minority Report Game Boy game, and violence shouldn't be for kids, and so let's change all the weapons into puke guns, so the bad guys puke. Kids think puke is real funny.
Is the drowning scene in the game as well?
I've never played or watched Minority Report, so...
You never saw Minority Report?
No, I haven't seen it or played the game, so I have no concept, but I would be shocked to learn if the drowning scene was in the Game Boy game.
Is that a good movie? It's not bad, is it?
Minority Report?
Yeah, I remember it being a very blue movie.
I think it's okay.
It's okay. I enjoyed it. It's not one of those movies I think I've seen it twice, but I don't think it's not a movie I'd want to see again.
No.
I feel like the action in it and the kind of just the pacing of the movie is really good, but I don't know about the story. I feel like this has to be intentional, but I never noticed until like somewhat recently. Because like the whole point or the plot of the Mummies, they bring this mummy back, and then the people that open it, he's trying to consume their bodies essentially to bring his back because he's a mummy. And the very first person he kills, he takes because they step on their glasses, and he steals their eyes and their tongue. And it never occurred to me how dumb it was that he took the guy with the worst eyes.
Maybe that's why he lost the movie.
That could be why. I feel like he made a real miscalculation. He got a bad grab on the eyes, and it was all downhill from there. I think that he wins if he gets any of the other characters' eyes.
The third one was shite. There's not even a mummy in it.
Oh, it's terrible. I don't even think the second one is that great.
The second one's fine.
Second one's fine.
The one thing that annoys me about the second one, this is a movie podcast now, apparently.
And I still need to talk about my 2 movies, so we're in it for the long haul.
In the second one, they Imhotep and Anck-su-namun or whatever, they've had this love affair going on for thousands and thousands of years. They keep trying to bring each other back to life to be together. And at the end of the second movie, she doesn't want to get crushed by the ceiling, so she just leaves him.
I feel like that's fair.
You think that's fair? You wouldn't just take a dive and like try and help him out of the hole when the perfectly mortal Rachel Weisz comes in and pulls Brendan Fraser out of the hole? No, I think that's a mental decision.
No, in that context, you're right.
Maybe she's just like, Christ almighty, enough is enough. How many fucking thousands of years do I have to try to rescue this dipshit and vice versa? I gotta break the cycle. She's probably like, this is a toxic, unhealthy relationship we are in, and this is my opportunity to break free and go fucking be my own person in a modern cosmopolitan world. That's where I think she was coming from. When I was 14 years old on Halloween night, I was in my bedroom in Alabama watching I was watching TV, and a fucking Dracula movie came on. And in it was in modern times, and it was really, it was really interesting, and I was really into it, and it was really cool. And I remember thinking it was really like kind of like satanic and scary. And I was into it, but I had to leave to go to my friend was picking me up to go to a party, Halloween party, or to spend the night or something. And so I left, and I thought, I'm gonna find out what this movie was, and I'm gonna finish it someday. And this is back in like 91, so it wasn't like I was getting on the internet to find out what the movie was or anything. And like my dad threw away the TV guide, so that was it. I just never knew what the movie was called. And then from time to time, I would look for it, and I would search in horror movie sections. And I would talk to people that were really, especially when I got to New Jersey and I got involved with the View Askew guys, there were a bunch of like film buffs in that group, and I would talk to them and get a bunch of recommendations, and then I would go and rent a movie. And I could never find this film. And every couple years, it'll pop into my head and I'll think about it and I'll write down everything I remember from the movie and I'll put that into Google and it never returns any results. Or when it does return results, it returns the same fucking movie called The Satanic Rites of Dracula, which is a Hammer film with like a Christopher Lee Dracula movie, but it takes place in modern times. And I always thought, in my head, it was definitely Christopher Lee, but this was 31 years ago, so your memory's a bit spotty. And every time and the name, The Satanic Rites of Dracula, sounded very familiar to me. And so I've watched that movie like 3 times, and it fucks with my head because it's not the movie at all. It's not even close to the movie. However, I recognize like half the people in the film, and I don't know why. And I just keep getting this like itch. Well, the other night, I wanted to watch a horror movie in bed to celebrate, Halloween's coming. So I have a subscription to the Criterion SVOD, and they had like a 70s horror movie thing. And so I popped it up, and there was a movie on there. I just clicked one randomly, and it was called Dracula AD 1972. And within 30 seconds of the movie coming on, I realized this was probably the movie. And then 20 minutes later, the scene happened that I remember, and it's the fucking movie. And I saw it. And here's what happened. Dracula AD 1972 was made right before The Satanic Rites of Dracula. And it's a modern day Dracula movie, obviously, because that stupid fucking name, Dracula AD 1972, which is, I think, a fucking terrible, terrible name for a film. But when you Google like modern day Dracula films, The Satanic Rites of Dracula comes up because I guess it was more popular and they were filmed back to back. And ironically, most of the cast is the same, because they film these things pretty close together sometimes. So they just reused a lot of the actors in The Satanic Rites of Dracula. So every time I would see The Satanic Rites of Dracula, I would recognize people because they were in the fucking movie that I'd been trying to find. I just didn't realize there were 2, and the other one had just always come up in the search results. And then I also realized it was because the scenes that I remembered in my head, I had all wrong. Like they were out of sequence, and I was remembering stuff close, but just wrong enough that when I would like write down the scene, Google would find no results. But I fucking watched it, and it was awesome. And it completed a 31-year quest in my life.
That must have been so satisfying. All right. Well, that was a good ep. That was a lot of movie talk, but I think there was some good face in there.
Well, the Gerp face, which is one of the funniest faces already in the history of the show.
Yeah, and that we only really fleshed out last night.
Yeah, if you wouldn't have texted me, I would have just assumed it was there, and I would have never known.
There's actually a benefit for Nick finishing the episodes for us to listen to, because we get a lot of content out of our own content.
I would have looked at the comments for the episode and thought, wow, I guess Gerpel really didn't connect with people. That's interesting.
It didn't land.
Yeah.
You know what I think we should do?
What?
I think we should end it in a nice, easy way and give Eric cut Eric some slack. Give him an easy exit today. What do you say?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm being quiet so you can end it.
Okay. I just want to make sure you guys are okay with it, and we don't want to torture him or anything. Well, hey, this concludes another episode of Face. Apparently this week, it was largely a movie podcast.
This is just...
Oh my god.
This is just how I'm living. That's my desktop.
Oh, it's
Dude, are you
disgusting.
It's not good.
Oh my god!
It's real bad. I
Why
swear
does
I'm
it
not.
even do that? Why doesn't it just go like ... and
I didn't-
stack them?
I don't why
know.
did you stack them like that, or does it do
No,
that for
no,
you?
I don't touch that at all. I don't look at it.
But what
How did it get there?
I don't know. I guess I do a lot of like grabbing photos of like sports news and stuff and group
You
chats I'm
can
in.
set where it puts a screenshot, by the way.
Right?
You don't have to send them to the desktop.
I didn't know. I just screen grab them and then I just go on with my life. I don't put much thought into the process, but I recently saw that for the first time in a while. I was like, oh my god, this is not good.
Hey, so turns out, breaking news, Gerpel?
What about Gerpel? That it's real? That I
That
said
it was
it?
real that you said it and Nick cut it?
We got confirmation from Nick. I said it.
Well, we got to bring Nick in again to explain
Yeah.
himself now that he knows it was there. Nick, hey.
Uh-oh.
What happened?
Apparently, there's an end bit where Jeff is starting to wrap up and say, cut out anything that I said that was stupid. And as you said that, underneath, Andrew was saying, grapple, grapple, grapple. He was doing a bunch of different lines. And I apparently just lowered the track for it. I was like, oh, we'll let Jeff shine here, I guess.
I mean, that's always fair. I just assumed that when you heard Jeff say cut anything stupid, you just immediately went to me and just removed everything I said. I think there's probably no thought into what the actual content was.
So
It's
is
really
that-
my fault. You ever heard of staropoly.com? I think that's what it was called.
No.
It was this website.
Yes, was it like celebrity
Yes.
stock market or something?
Yes, that's exactly what it was. It was Kelsey Grammer was like the face of it, and it was this attempt to say like celebrities are going to kickstart the economy by making this social networking site where you could also sell products and promote things. It was very odd. There's 2 accounts that.
Well, I've lost Andrew.
Where did he go?
Yeah, he
I
just
don't
straight
know.
up, yeah, it's gone.
He's gone.
What happened?
Maybe Kelsey Grammer came for him.
I think his laptop caught up to him.
He's gonna be telling the story,
Yep.
thinking we're still listening. I bet there's some
100%.
good stuff going on right now.
I bet it's really kicking into overdrive right now.
Yep. What do you think Kelsey Grammer's doing at this part?
Sounds like he's about to be dethroned by Andrew and friend.
Yeah, I think Andrew's about to overtake Kelsey Grammer. Is that where we're headed?
Yeah, I think so.
When you think of Kelsey Grammer, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Beast from X-Men.
That's fair. That's fair.
sad.
Gavin?
Frasier.
For me, it's him falling off that stage.
Oh, God, I forgot about that.
I probably watch that video 5 times a year still. Just every couple months when I need to pick me up. I just watch him go, oh, good Lord.
So what do you think is happening in the pyramid scheme story now?
Dude, he said, he texted us, he said his power went off. I replied, do you need power? And he said, no, my computer runs on coal. So that was pretty funny. And he's checking his breaker now.
Just putting the producer hat on. This could potentially be, if he lost his first part of his recording, could be a real issue for Nick and his recording. This might be a faced episode, and this might be a lost episode of face. I'm just saying.
This is so funny.
I'm just saying.
I hope
You know.
I hope to God that that's not the case.
I hope so too.
Andrew's got an update. This is troubling. He says,
nope, not breaker specific. I have no power. I heard
There
a
you go.
boom, and then everything went out. I guess we might be done here.
Yeah, I think this might be a lost episode, guys.
well, if Nick, if you can salvage it, or if Andrew's able to save that file, it would be fun to have this as a throwaway extra. And we need to record another episode because I gotta get this fucking business idea out. It's brilliant.
I mean, we can
I think
try
it's
on a
brilliant.
different day. Why can't we do Thursday? You got like another tooth thing or something?
Why can't I do Thursday?
You don't even know?
Hold on, I gotta look at my calendar. Did I say I couldn't do Thursday?
Yeah, that's why we're doing it today.
That's why we're doing it on Tuesday. Is this real?
Why the fuck did I ask us to move Thursday?
I thought you did. Did you not?
No,
I
did.
said, I did. I said, hey, oh, that's right. I'm having some shelves put in my library, and they're going to be banging and screwing and.
You're not putting in your own shelves?
I did. I pulled out the shelves that I put in and having like built-ins put in that are made for the space.
I'll be honest. I don't think I would have moved this podcast for shelves.
Well, here's why. I got a window. Because then the next week I'm out of town and they couldn't do it any other time. So it was either this Thursday or like a month from now.
Oh, Andrew's back.
Oh shit,
What?
Andrew's back. Hold on.
Where?
Hold on.
Oh,
he's typing.
oh, he might be on his phone.
He might be on
or
his
something.
phone.
All right, let's see. I see you. Okay.
Yeah, you have to join voice chat.
Join.
Well, don't tell him audibly. You got to type it.
I was already typing it.
Sorry.
What is happening?
Okay, so you're on your phone.
I'm on my phone.
Is your power still out?
Yes.
When your power, did you get a chance to save your audio before your computer turned off?
From the last episode,
Well, yeah, obviously from this one.
I exported. I'm pretty sure I saved. I definitely exported.
Then wait.
But not from, that was the last one, not from this one.
Well, no, not from this one. Why would I answer from this one? How could I save in the middle of a recording?
When you somebody else.
Did you save the project first and then start recording?
What are you talking about?
We're trying to find out if we can recover your audio when you get your power back or not, so that we can determine if what we've been doing for the last 40 minutes can still be considered content.
He's coming so aggressive.
I thought something was happening. I thought there was. The show is continuing. I didn't understand the context of the chat.
He to me sounds better than Jeff does.
But he's not recording. But we don't have a way of recording his individual audio, which is what we use in the edit. It's all going to be the scratch, and it's going to sound like dog shit.
Isn't that every other podcast that we make is the scratch?
Yeah, this is an audio podcast, so it could sound good. Okay, hang on. Nick's suggestion is insane for this show. Nick, just say we can't do it. What you're doing is not helping. Just don't over-talk each other. That's not going to happen in this show.
Well, here's what could happen. No, here's what could happen. Nick mutes Jeff and me and you, but not Andrew.
Yeah. Well, I can't. There's no way.
Then he can't hear anything.
I've got like 500 megabytes of data. There's no way I could do 40 minutes.
Wait, you're on like cellular?
Yeah, I'm on a cell phone right now. What do you think? I don't have fucking power. How else would I be?
You sound so good.
I'm still on my phone.
Whatever this is, you sound as good as normal.
You sound better than Jeff. Andrew, did you realize the only reason we're not doing this on Thursday is because Jeff's having a shelf put up?
He said he had a contractor coming over. I assumed it was more than a shelf. Why do you need to be there for a shelf?
It's in the room that I record, and it's not just a shelf. It's also a desk. The desk that I'll be recording on.
You can't move. You're on a laptop, right? Isn't the whole point of your computer?
No, I'm on an iMac. I'm on an iMac.
You can't move an iMac. An iMac has the screen is part of the fucking computer. It's the most portable.
Also, you have a laptop too.
I'm getting lectured by a guy who doesn't have access to electricity or megabytes.
That wasn't my fault, okay? I don't have the bytes, I don't have the power, but I have the will and the determination, and if a shelf was coming into my house, I would just move where I record. I would not force a double
They're
episode.
still gonna be hammering and sawing and making noise. I can't promise.
Atmosphere.
I said the same thing, Andrew. I would not have moved face for shelves.
All right.
Like, is this an episode? Like, I don't even know what this is.
This is definitely an episode. I'm just trying to find my bits.
So are we now saying that this is an episode? No.
I think this is definitely part of the show.
But you weren't in most of it.
It's content. I just don't know what to call it.
This is definitely content. Well, if this isn't content, why am I wasting my time here on this phone with you?
Well,
listening on my bits? These are precious bits.
Here's the deal, Andrew. I said we could make it a supplemental, like this could be episode 16.5 or something, but Eric doesn't like asymmetry. So Kelsey Grammer.
I don't think, I don't really have anything else to say about that. I think kind of covered it.
Come on. We lost you mid-sentence.
You left us mid-sentence. You got attacked by the grammar hammer.
Yeah, I did. I think this is a clear grammar hammer attack.
Jesus.
There could be a phase 2 of my bit situation.
Nick says we're at 44 minutes already.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I was gone that long? I felt like I left like 15 minutes maybe, and I came back maybe 10 minutes ago.
You were gone for a while.
Wow.
I kept wanting to. I told the whole story about how I survived, like my mouth's better. We had a lot of discussion about whether this was content or not and what to do with it.
We made fun of Jeff for his shelves and desk.
I mean, the shelf thing is absurd.
A lot of making fun of me for trying to improve my situation and trying to get a desk built so I have room to record. And
Jeff tried.
Oh, what a spin that is. That is a great spin, Jeff.
That's true. It's true. That was my whole take from the beginning.
Jeff tried hard not to tell his amazing business plan, which I guess now he can actually tell.
Oh, I got a new business plan. I want to talk about it.
Okay.
All right.
What's your business
What do you guys think about this? And I can't take full credit. It was I was hanging out with Trevor and Barb the other day. We were hanging, Emily and I, and we kind of came up with the idea together. But it's my idea. They have an idea they're going to take and run with, and I'm going to run with this one. You know OnlyFans, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What if I started an OnlyFans where people bought audio recordings of me farting for them?
It's funny you mentioned this.
Like, what if I say like somebody pays like $50 and they're like, and I take it and then I go, okay, happy birthday, Kyle. And then I turn it in and then I fucking sell my farts, only farts.
Well, it sounds closer to Cameo. It sounds like fart
Yeah, I was
Cameo.
about to say, it just sounds like you're just doing Cameo, but you're farting.
The whole thing started because Barb was pissed off I'd never sent her a fart, and she asked for one. So I gave her a really good one called Brussels sprouts and garlic, because that's what I was eating. And, oh, dude, it sounds like it was already played on the RT podcast, but I got it right here.
Well, can you play it here? It's relevant here as well.
Here you go. I'll give that to Nick. You can, I can smell the fart when I hear it. It was so bad. Emily made me go fart in the other side of the house, and I brought it back. It like followed me. It was.
But how much would you charge for that one? Would they all be the same price?
Yeah, I think so. Like if I could. No, how about this? I give you a fart, $20. Just like I walk around and I just capture every fart and then I just sell them farts. But if you want a
So it's a
personalized
subscription.
fart, no. It's like
You don't want to do
yeah. Maybe all my monthly farts are like $20 or whatever,
Yeah.
or $10 a month on OnlyFans. You get access to all my farts. Then on another level, if you want to buy a custom fart from me, and I can say like, "Happy anniversary, Grandma Smith." Then that's like $50 because it's like you're the only person in the world getting that fart. It's just for you. I don't share it with anybody else, and it's a contract between you and I. What you do with the fart after that is your business. But yeah, and I personalize it with a little note like you're finally 21 or however.
Okay.
Thanks for listening to the most broken episode of Face that we could ever have made.
I loved it. It was something. Andrew, thanks for figuring out a way to make it back to us, buddy.
It's no problem. I'm trying to do a bit check. I already forget.
Yeah. Let's see what your final bits are at. You were at like
61.53. Oh, I got bits for days.
Oh,
I got
you're
bits
fine.
for days. This is easy. This is no problem at all.
You only spent like 20 bits or 25 bits, maybe?
Yeah, since I last did my bit
Megabits?
check, yeah, 20 bits.
Wow.
I assumed it would be way more.
I guess not.
I'd be at 0.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah, thanks.
And
This is a great no power. Fantastic. I'm excited to actually listen to an episode because I'm not in part of it. So this is great.
welcome to Face. It's a
Oh, shit,
podcast.
no. I
What?
thought we had more time because Andrew was pissing about. I took a mouthful. Hold on.
What are you eating?
You weren't talking. Well, you just interrupted the intro to say that you couldn't talk when you weren't talking.
No, I do. It's a peanut butter thing. It'll take me forever. Hold on. It was a nutty buddy.
Oh, Nutty Buddies are good.
Is that like a candy?
Do they have those in England?
Not that I've ever seen.
Yeah. That's why America's better.
What is a nutty buddy?
America loves putting peanut butter and chocolate in the same place.
Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. So let me ask you this. What are two things that get put together in the UK that are kind of synonymous with like in America, it's like chocolate and peanut butter. It's a joke. What is there like black currant and I don't know, toffee or like what is the combination in England that is in everything that you just don't see here?
Tea and hot water.
I don't think that answered the question. But
Of course it did. All the tea here is freaking freezing. Well, it literally is. There's iced tea in it.
wait, I'm not a tea drinker. Nobody drinks warm tea in America?
I mean, they do,
All the
but
time.
it's not the done. Like usually, if you order tea, you have to specify if you want it hot or cold.
Oh my
Huh.
God. That's not what I expected you to say, but I'll take it. I'll take it.
I think there's something that Andrew needs to answer for based on
Uh-oh.
Ooh,
when I was listening to a previous episode. I think it was the one from 2 weeks ago,
okay.
where I don't know if you remember, Andrew, but you said this.
For kids, and so let's change all the weapons into puke guns so the bad guys puke. Kids think puke is real funny.
Is the drowning scene in the game as well?
I've never played or watched Minority Report.
I've never played or watched Minority Report.
Yes.
Is that a good movie? It's not bad, is it? Minority Report? Yeah, I remember it being a very blue movie.
I think it's okay.
It's okay. I enjoyed it. It's not one of those movies I think I've seen it twice, but I don't think it's not a movie I'd want to see again. No.
I feel like the action in it and the kind of just the pacing of the movie is really good. But
No
Andrew-
less than 25 seconds later, you contradicted yourself. I assumed to mess with us, and somehow neither of us noticed. How often do you do this to us? How often do you just lie to our faces? Have you seen it or not?
I definitely haven't seen it, and I completely anticipated you two to make a joke about it. I wasn't anticipating just having a fake Minority Report review in the thing. Because I just said I didn't see it, so that then immediately give an opinion in which I'm talking about the pacing and action is absurd. So I expected you two to make a comment about it, and it just nothing happened. So then
When I
I was
was
just stuck with
listening
it.
to that back, I was like, what the hell? How did that slip by both of us?
Yeah.
It's not like we went to somewhere else in the conversation and came back. That was just the conversation as it played out.
Zero reaction by both of you. I was stunned.
I have an answer to that, and I gotta say, on the face of it, it looks pretty bad to us. It makes us look fucking stupid. I'm gonna double back to where I was the other week. When Andrew talks, I sometimes just check out.
But it doesn't make any sense because I'm so excited to listen to Andrew every week. I literally hear him for about an hour a week. And to the fact that half the shit he says I don't hear is disturbing to me.
I will say I appreciate you bringing that moment up because I did some work. I have a lot of stuff prepped for this episode. I have a lot to talk about. But one of the things I did, Jeff, a few weeks ago, we recorded a bunch in advance, so this is going to be a little weird, went on this whole thing about Jack's moment. Jack loved the gavel line by Gavin. Judge Gavel.
Super fan
absolutely.
Jack,
as we
fan
call him. Jack. Yes, exactly, as we call him. Loved the gavel line. So I asked Jack, could he give us a moment, his favorite moment of the last episode? And that was the moment. The Minority Report scene. Jack moment, he scales it 7.5. That's a 7.5 Jack moment of the week. So just anyone keeping track. Judge Gavel's a 9, just so we have the scale. But
Jack really loves the shit that gets no reaction whatsoever.
He does. He's a big fan of it. What I did, and let me tell you, you're gonna have to stay with me. It's a little weird, but it may be the best choice I've made in a long time. I bought myself a waffle maker. I make morning waffles as soon as I wake up. I put it in my bathroom. I brush my teeth. I mix a waffle. I have a waffle every day.
So you're like a La Quinta Inn.
I don't know what that is.
It's a hotel famous for their morning waffles.
Oh, well, I guess. Do they
make
put
your
them-
own waffles?
Did you say you put the waffle in your bathroom?
I do, because the sink is right there, and I have the mixer under the sink, and then I have the
You
counter.
can't just casually say these things. I'm like properly listening now, all right? Every time you
Okay.
open a mouth, I'm listening to every single word. What, are you an insane person? What do you mean?
No. Listen, being able to make a breakfast food from your room is revolutionary. It's maybe the greatest thing I've ever done. I put it in the bathroom because the sink is there. I put the mix, I put the mix in the container, then I add the water at the sink, I stir it up, and then I just pour my waffle. I got a waffle
in the
immediate.
bathroom sink?
No, it's next to the sink. I have like a counter. It's like a sink. It's. I probably should move it out of the bathroom. Now I think about it. That's a moisture
There's a
area.
reason that like a bathroom, not the most hygienic place. If you've got a toilet in there, there's
well,
like
it's the
fecal
lid's down.
particles. The lid's
The
down
lid's down.
by arse. You flushing that thing, it's going everywhere, landing on
the
your
lid's
waffle
down.
machine.
It's
maker.
definitely not. It's definitely not landing on the waffle maker.
Even if it did, the waffle machine would superheat it away.
It's been a huge change, and I would recommend maybe don't put it in your bathroom, but get a waffle maker, put it somewhere in your room, get a little bit of Pam. It's great. They're easy to
So
make.
wait, is all of that stuff in the bathroom with the waffle maker?
Oh,
Like
yeah,
the
yeah,
mix,
yeah. I
the
got my
Pam?
measuring cup under the sink, and then I got the mix in one of the side drawers next to my razors and stuff. It's
Andrew,
fantastic.
I'm gonna this is a bad idea.
Okay.
It's a terrible idea to have food prep in a place of fecal excitation.
Everything is
right?
very secure.
And 2, waffles every day, you're gonna die.
Well, here's the thing. We haven't got to... I made a mistake here. Let me just bring up... I have some pretty fucking cool... This is my waffle maker. It is fantastic. It makes Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle waffles that are really fucking cool. So it's just a good way to start your morning. First of all, just some joy. It's fucking awesome. Wasn't even that expensive.
Can I come out in support of this? I think the opposite of Gavin. I think this is ingenious, and I think it's efficient, and I'm all for it.
This is
Just
the problem.
imagining
though.
you soaking wet, like towel wrapped around you, mixing waffle mix, taking a dump, you get off, the waffles are made.
No,
it's ridiculous.
Does the waffle maker make you sing the song to yourself while you're doing it?
No, it's just the whole thing is a joy, Jeff. Every part of it. I don't even need to sing the song. It's fantastic.
Do you
Gavin-
keep syrup in there with you?
No, but I have a mini fridge in my room, and I have butter in there, so I'm set. I'm not a big syrup guy, but I got a little bit of butter.
Butter in your bedroom, waffles in the bathroom. What's in the kitchen? Shampoo?
No, I got a lot. Actually, I'm looking into getting a second waffle maker for my kitchen because it's kind of an inconvenience when I'm in the kitchen and
First
I
one
want a
should
waffle.
be in the kitchen. The second one is the bathroom one.
No. I get way more use out of it in my bathroom than I would in the kitchen. But it's just sometimes you want a waffle in a kitchen, and it's an inconvenience to go all the way to my room to get the waffle maker and pull it back. It would never
How far is
happen.
your bedroom/bathroom from the kitchen?
It's a different floor, so it's some work. It's some stairs. It requires thought. You got to think about it if you're going to go down there.
Have you noticed a change in your health since consuming What is waffle mix? Like flour and eggs every day? What is it?
We're gonna get into that. You guys are gonna laugh at me.
Because some waffle mix, you have to get an egg.
Yeah, I go with ones that don't need eggs. It's often optional.
Okay.
I think he's right. It's usually you just mix it up with milk or water and you're ready to
boy.
go.
This is I don't even know how to approach this. You guys are gonna laugh.
I feel like you're about
laugh
to
at
admit
me.
something that you know is insane to us.
Well, did you know that pancake mix and waffle mix are not the same thing?
Correct.
I thought that they were because sometimes you see pancake and waffle mix as a joint product. So if you can make pancake and waffle mix, why wouldn't every mix you make be a pancake and waffle mix? What's the point of even having a specific pancake and a specific waffle milk mix? It makes no sense. So I bought, I was on Amazon yesterday, and I'm running low on some mix, and they had a really good deal on, and I thought, it'd be good. I'm really enjoying this. This is a lifestyle change. I'm just gonna buy some pancake mix, assuming it would work with my waffle maker, and I kind of panic when they show only a few of an item left. I buy all of them.
10 pounds?
You bought 70 pounds of pancake mix?
10 pounds times 7? Did it come on a pallet?
I haven't got it yet, but I bought 70 pounds of pancake mix.
Oh my god!
I bought a child's worth of pancake mix.
Dude, that's like a 7-year-old's worth of pancakes.
Yes, it's a lot of mix.
Jesus.
Here's what you do, man. You just get yourself a hot plate and one pan and a flipper.
But I like the turtles.
A spatula, and then you just make waffles or make pancakes in your bathroom just like you make the waffles.
Did you think it was ounces? Like, what were you thinking?
No, I knew it was 10 pounds, but it was a good deal, and they only had 7, so I thought if I buy it and I like it, then I'll want more, and what if they're gone? So I just bought all of them.
Like the Krusty's company, it's a limited edition pancake mix. They're like, we're all out for 2020. You have to wait for next year's edition.
How much was that?
It was a good deal. It wasn't that much. It was pretty cheap. The problem is, I didn't know until after I paid for everything that they're different. And so I've been asking people, is this okay? And I'm getting answers all over the place. I've had people tell me it's going to break my waffle machine because it's too gummy. I've had people tell me it's totally fine. It's all over the place. That's not the only thing. That's not the only change that has happened in my life since we last spoke. We took a week off last week.
Because of the
We did not
shelves.
record last week. From the show. We did not record an episode last week. It will mean nothing to the people listening. But I missed you guys. I missed you guys a lot. I have a lot of fun doing these. I missed you guys, so I put a thing together. Because it's so fun to do. It's a project I've been working on kind of on and off for over a month. I did some community casting. This is going to be an interesting podcast moment where we potentially listen to a podcast on a podcast. I miss you guys so much. I made a new podcast, very original title, called Flukeface. It really is just, it came from the heart because I missed you two a lot. It's still working on getting it on Spotify and iTunes because RSS feeds make 0 sense. But we recorded an episode last week when we would typically record. And I'll just, did the image not load? Do you guys see the image?
I can see it. I can see
I see it. It's
a fantastic piece of art that I had made. So here, if you want to listen to a little bit of this, what I did was, it's on SoundCloud at the moment. I transcribed our first episode. I had it transcribed. It's essentially word for word. And I casted 3 people to play us, and they read the script of our first episode. It's actually the first time I've ever listened to the show. Wasn't a bad first episode. A little slow. But that's Flukeface. I got a friend of mine named Evan to be me. I casted a friend named Jeff with a J to play Jeff. And then I just tweeted, anyone have a British accent that I could use for a thing? And I took the first person who replied, a woman named Meg, and she did fantastic as Gavin.
What if I'd have replied?
That would have been weird, I guess. I think I would have cast you if you were first, but...
Can I start playing this? Shall I listen to
Yeah,
this
go
now?
ahead. Yeah, go ahead. You can listen to it. It's a thing. It is word for word. the transcript of our first episode.
It's not the whole episode.
It is the whole episode.
Oh, I saw 104. I thought that was minutes. It's 104 hours?
It is the first episode, and there are zero editing. There's zero editing, so there are some pauses, because instead of laughter, because that would be forced, whenever there's laughter and it's in the script, they just say laugh. And sometimes a person would miss their laugh, and then there would be a long pause where they're waiting for a laugh to happen. It happens a few times.
I've got an honest question.
Yeah, go
Is
ahead.
this better than our original episode?
I haven't listened to our actual original episode, so I don't know. I couldn't comment on that.
The person playing me has a really nice voice.
And Meg absolutely killed it. For literally being the first person who, my casting was, you replied first, you can do it. Did amazing.
How did you explain this? Were they just like, okay, I'm going to pause it now because I'm going to listen to this later.
Okay.
Were they just like, all right, mate, yeah, makes sense? Or were they kind of questioning your motivation?
Oh, no, everyone was on board. I knew two of the people already from a long time ago, and Meg was not hard to convince.
Are you gonna have them record episodes 2 through 16 and then all the 16s?
I thought about it. That's a lot of work, though. I don't think anyone will actually listen to this. It was more of just an exercise of me missing you two and getting to continue to do the podcast.
That's so sweet.
That's really sweet.
I missed you too. I was honestly, and still am blown away that we moved the entire podcast for a shelf. We were discussing whether we were going to be filming or doing one this week, weren't we? And you and I had a little conversation on Slack, Andrew. Jeff said, I'm good for tomorrow. This was yesterday. I said, I'm okay for tomorrow, but my floor has some fluff on it and I need to vacuum, so maybe we should move the entire podcast. Andrew said, I also have concerns that a strong breeze might rattle my door. I'll check the weather reports and report back. Jeff said, your jokes mean nothing to me.
I got to wrap up real soon just because I got to go trade in Gavin's car for a new car.
You're getting rid of it?
That's the uncomfortable part. I gotta if you don't know, Gavin won my car in a bet.
I've had it for
six years. 6
Yep.
years now.
I got it quite soon after you bought it.
It was within like 3 months, and I have to. It's time, and I'm really sorry. But on the bright side, I guess the ownership transfers to you, so you're about to get a really nice new car.
Dude, what does this mean for my tax return this year? Do I have to do anything special?
I have no idea. We'll have to work that out with the lawyers.
Oh, I'm excited that you're getting me a new car.
I'm really sorry that I'm trading in your car without getting your permission or approval, but it's pretty much a done deal.
I didn't even get a chance to say goodbye.
No. As soon as we hang up, I'm hopping in your old car and I'm driving it to South Austin to say goodbye to it.
I really liked when I owned that car and I still lived with you, because I'd walk by it, like, to get to my little studio. I'd walk past it and be like, that's my car.
By the way, Millie, who is 15 and has a learner's permit, has driven your car now infinitely more times than you will ever drive that car or your new car that I'm picking up today for you, probably.
I gotta get a license. I can't have Millie beat me to a driver's license, right?
You got like 7 or 8 months before you're fucked, buddy.
Easy. I'll be driving before Andrew finishes his pancakes.
Oh, definitely. I have one more thing I feel like I should say before.
All right, we'll say.
Jeff's got to go and sell my car, though.
It'll be brief. It's just a quick thing. It was another big life change, and this one, it hurts my soul to report this. I am no longer a judge. I've been stripped of my judging abilities.
That was short-lived.
It was very short-lived. Oh, it goes deep, though. So one night after the podcast came out, which I revealed I had joined the judges, that I lived amongst them, I received a random email. I'll just read it word for word from one Blake Longfellow. Greetings. It has come to our attention that you have entered into the hired judge pool of judges with dishonorable intentions. This dishonor is evident in your self-evaluation of yourself as an A-grade judge in every single category, despite probably not knowing what most of these events are. The hired judge staff pride ourselves in providing high-quality judges for competitions across the country, and it has been deemed that you do not meet the criteria for judge assignment. Thus you will be, then it just ends. We wish you and the whole face crew the best of luck in your future endeavors. Best regards, Blake Longfellow, hired judge founder. So that was
So,
upsetting.
The main guy, even though he knows who you are from kFace,
Yeah.
he still stripped you of your judgedom.
No tolerance for it at all. I was hurt. It was a personal
So you just
hurt.
lied on the test? You just aced the test?
Oh, it says you can give yourself your own evaluation. So yeah, I just put an A for everything, and I said that in the episode. So I thought, I guess he heard it, and you know that's whatever. I think it would have been fun to keep me there. I think I'm a good judge, but they stripped me. Now here's the real controversy. I got sources in the judging. I got ears everywhere in hiredjudge.com, and I got sent another email. What happened? It wasn't that he listened and he found out about it. We have a rat. Somebody ratted to him directly and told him that I had snuck in.
A listener?
A listener emailed in. This is what a listener said. A user named Andrew Panton recently, and then in quotations, became a judge on your website. He is from a semi-popular podcast called kFace, and recently had a dispute that was solved by one of the judges on your site. He is a sneaky little eel and often does things like this. Lying to get his way onto a website such as yours clearly goes against the principles you stand for. So I suggest you kick and block him. Feel free to let him know who reported him too. It'll make podcast content. Either way, he shouldn't be able to abuse your website for his own selfish and dishonorable purposes. If he's already been reported, feel free to ignore this. Have a good day. Face fan, won't say their name.
You've been stabbed in the back by a fan with the pencil you refuse to eat.
I did.
Dude, that's definitely a pencil guy, isn't it? That's a pencil.
That is an upset. Yes, that is an upset pencil guy.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go get rid of Gavin's car.
Okay.
Goodbye, old friend.
Don't worry, you're getting a shiny new car that you'll like even more, I promise.
Does it have any good features? The new one?
It's got everything
Can
that
it
the
crab walk?
2013. No, it doesn't have that. But it's got all the features that were invented in the last 7 years that the 2013 didn't have.
Sweet.
Here's what happened. We didn't record for a week, which I would love to get into. Also, by the way, I have decided to provide Nick today with pictures of the shelves. I took them before the podcast, and I will be putting them in Discord in a second. Because I feel like Nick deserves to see them.
Why Nick before us?
You'll see it at the same time.
Yeah, but you really seemed excited to show Nick and not the rest of
I
us.
like Nick.
I mean, in defense too, I feel like Nick has been asking. I don't think any of us have been asking.
I was asking.
I don't remember you asking. Nick has definitely been the voice of the shelves.
You weren't even in one of the episodes. Your power went off.
I listened to that one though.
Serious question for you, Andrew.
Go ahead.
How often do you throw up?
Oh, okay. You want to get into this? This is good. I had a fear of vomiting for years. Like when I was like 8 or 9, I had bad Chinese food and I vomited up a bunch of Chinese food and it was horrible. So then I had a fear of vomiting for a long time.
What's that, like a mesophobia or something? What's it called?
I have no idea what it's called. I just really didn't want to ever do it. It was a whole problem. But then I went through this phase where I kept getting signed up for like these exercise classes and I would vomit at the end of every class. And I was doing like 2 or 3 a week. So I just quickly, it went from like a thing I was scared of to I'm an all-time great vomiter. I'm loud. I'm efficient. I'm really good at vomiting. Dude. And it was fantastic. One of the classes was me and these 2 women who were like in their 40s. And they like kind of flirting with the trainer. They were just having a great time. No, this is like a gym. Like I'm going to a gym. This is a trainer. This is like a class. This wasn't a school thing. So it was these 2 like 40-year-olds and they kind of like to flirt with the trainer and just like talk about wine they liked. And like they were super buddy. And then I had absolutely nothing in common with them at all. I was just the worst third wheel ever. And I would constantly vomit. So they couldn't have liked me less. And there was this one time where I had
the vibe.
I couldn't have been killing the vibe more. I was the complete vibe killer. But there's this one time I drank like a strawberry protein shake before I went. And that was also like we did these stairs. We're outside. We typically wouldn't be outside. And I walked like 5 feet after doing them. And just the largest projectile vomit I've ever had. And they could all see. And it is bright like strawberry red, and these women were terrified. They were so frightened, and I'm a loud vomiter. It's a lot of like, like it's very loud. It was fantastic.
Because I feel like when I've rarely talked to you outside of this podcast, usually on Slack or something, you'll be telling me a story, and you'll be like, yeah, then I threw up all over myself, and the story continues, and like the vomit part is usually like a side issue to the main story, and it's most of your stories involve you chunking somewhere.
I feel like the ratio might be off. I think it's just maybe such a memorable aspect of something. I don't vomit that often. It's been a while.
Sounds like you do.
Last time I vomited, I think was 3 weeks ago. And I don't know why we're talking about that.
That's pretty recent, dude.
It is recent, but I'm saying before that, it would have been months.
How many times a year on average do you vomit?
Maybe 2 or 3.
Gavin, how many times a year on average do you vomit?
Maybe twice, but I do have to add that the last time I vomited was yesterday.
Well, there you go. Before we continue, Nick very kindly looked at the shelves, said, I imagine something far less grand, and he said, that looks amazing, well done. You didn't do anything, you paid somebody. You don't get a well done.
That's like a full, like, armoire shelving. There's cabinets, there's like a ledge, there's probably, 12, 15 shelves there? Maybe on the side shelves?
And then on the other side is a built-in desk and more shelves. That's why, and it's all in the room I record in. That's why I couldn't record in the room. There was like 9 dudes in there for 14 hours that day.
I feel like you did describe it like that, but in my head, whenever we went back to it, I was just thinking about you putting up like a couple of IKEA shelves.
Bookshelves.
100%.
Floating shelves.
100%. I was explaining to you what a major ordeal this was, and when we got back on, you guys were like, "You hung an IKEA shelf, asshole! Why can't
Nick, you?" What Nick posted is exactly what I was picturing. I was like, "Why did we?" Well, I just feel like we should mention that we took another break. Andrew, 11th hour last week, cancelled the podcast recording.
Way later than I canceled, by the way.
Way later than when we cancelled.
Not from my perspective. My perspective.
It was like, 2 hours before we were going to do it?
Yeah,
you were like, we can't do it.
No, it's not true. That's not true. You're making it, it's worse than that. Because I reached out in the morning to talk shit about Jeff, and that I wasn't going to cancel. That I was a hero for not canceling.
Let me look at the timestamp.
It was, I want to say 7:30ish a.m. It was around 7 a.m., I'd guess.
You're talking earlier in the morning. I might record from my phone again. Tried my best, but I can't record today.
Can't do it.
That was at 1:30 for a 3
No. Just before that. Keep scrolling up.
Yeah, you said you might have to record from your phone. You didn't cancel it and end the whole day until 1:30.
Yeah.
But I also said I'd be willing to record on my phone.
90 minutes, dude. 90 minutes.
At the end.
Might I point out that I couldn't tell if it was fucking real or a bit. So I showed up to record anyway, just in case. So it still wasted my time. I was there at 3 o'clock. I stuck around till 3:15 just to make sure by myself in the fucking Discord.
But the things you were saying, you were basically calling yourself a hero for even attempting it.
It was an act of heroism to even.
Then you said you wouldn't be able to record from your desk. You said you wouldn't be able to record comfortably.
Nope.
You said you could do about 25 minutes in this condition, but an hour would be tough. What on earth? Because you wouldn't tell us anything. What on earth are you talking about?
Do you want to get into it, Andrew?
Do we want to? Okay, we can.
I've wanted to know badly for a full fucking week, and I've just been sitting here waiting, sitting on my hands, trying not to talk to you because I don't want to spoil
in
it.
my head, you Michael Scotted your foot. You stepped on your waffle maker like he stepped on his George Foreman. That's what I've been picturing all week.
Yes, absolutely.
I definitely Icarus'd myself. I embraced a new lifestyle, and I flew a little too close to the sun, and it escalated poorly. So last time we spoke, I had ordered the 70 pounds of mix, and I was waiting for it. On the previous, early on Saturday, I have shitty ankles. I've always had awful ankles. Just the worst. Even when I was a kid, like I'd run with a limp when I wasn't hurt, just bad ankles. And I rolled my right ankle on a walk because the curb wasn't level and I didn't notice. So I rolled my right ankle. Then later in the day, the 70 pounds of mix came, which the boxes were not built to carry that much weight. They put them in like 3 different Amazon boxes and they were falling apart as I was carrying them. So I'm on one leg and I'm trying to carry 70 pounds of mix up several sets of stairs. And
In
I
one
keep
go?
falling. Yeah, I did initially try to carry everything up in one go, and I fell, and that was a mistake.
With a rolled ankle, you took all 70 pounds in your hand.
Yeah, I tried. I tried. I almost fell. I almost did the Home Alone fall, where I was like slowly falling backwards off the stairs. And was like, oh, I can just grab. Oh no, I can't. I can't grab. And I barely caught myself. But so then I hurt my ankle, my other ankle, doing that. I hurt my my right ankle. I rolled walking. My left ankle, I hurt trying to get the mix up, and it was bad. But it wasn't the worst injury. So I have a fridge. I have everything I need. I don't need to necessarily stop at Waffles. So I made a new investment to add to my lifestyle. I bought this. I thought this could be perfect. I could have breakfast. I could have lunch. I could have a little snack later in the day.
You posted a toaster
Yes.
that toasts hot dog buns and hot dogs.
Yes. I bought a dog toaster. I thought I'll sit at my desk. I could cook some dogs up for lunch. I have a hurt ankle. This is perfect. And I thought, I'm going to cook a desk dog up on the podcast. That will be my introduction to this thing. That'd be really funny if I just throw some desk dogs on, eat a dog while we record. But I was hungry and I thought, oh, fuck it. I'll test it anyway. So I read the instructions. And the instructions say, experience or get ready to have a strong chemical odor on your first cook. So I was prepared for that. I wasn't worried about it. It's basic. It's literally just a toaster you put hot dogs into. And I'm just relaxed. I'm really happy. I'm enjoying life. And then my room starts vibrating because I have triggered the loudest smoke alarm I've ever heard. I set off the smoke alarm in my bedroom cooking my desk dogs, and it was ringing. Everything was shaking. It was so bad. I go into full panic mode. I rip the machine off my desk. Dogs go flying, and I hobble into my bathroom because there's no smoke machine in my bathroom. Not smoke machine. Smoke alarm. I don't have the smoke machine in there either. But I'm worried about the smoke alarm. No fears about a machine. So I put the desk dog device in underneath where my towels are in my bathroom. I'm good there. Initial problem solved. Dogs are somewhere. I don't know where they flew to. Not a worry. My next concern is that I have triggered the fire system for my entire building, is my worry.
I don't understand why that you couldn't do it from your desk, but you could still do it from your phone.
I drove from multiple root canals straight to the podcast. And you had an ankle owie.
No, my ankle is so bad I couldn't sit at my desk. I had to have it elevated. I couldn't have it downward. The day we tried to record that morning, when I said, like, give me an hour, I took 5 Advils at once. And then was just going to see if it would numb my foot, and it didn't. It didn't make any difference. So that's what I had to call it.
You shouldn't do that.
Yeah,
I made a real
that's
effort.
Probably a lot.
Your liver's going to fail.
It was a terrible idea. But I tried it because I'm a hero and I want to be here for you guys. Unlike Jeff, worried about some shelves, I make every attempt. You have a role in a story that you don't know, I think.
Oh, did I hurt you somehow?
No, you did not hurt me, but I was in a spot. I was in a rough spot. It was a 4th of July party at your house, Jeff.
I remember
and
this.
It was hot.
We handled this, though. We took care of this.
We did. We were fine, but it was hot, and I'm talking to people I don't know, and all, like, the good seats are taken, and I'm just like, oh, I just want to sit down, but everyone's outside. It'd be weird to be inside. And then Jeff had these really, like, plasticky old chairs.
Oh, those things were shite. They were rickety old things.
They were rickety old plastic chairs, and I think someone was using one, and they just got up, and I was like, oh, great, I'm going to go sit down. I'm tired. It's post-RTX, just exhausted. And I miscalculated how low the chair was, so I kind of fell into it, and as soon as I fell into it, I heard a crack. The chair cracked, and everybody is outside, and it's like in a movie when somebody steps on a landmine and then they can't move. That's how I felt. I'm in this chair that could shatter at any moment and would be incredibly embarrassing, but I just have to sit and not move. And that's all I did. I sat there. I didn't move. People would come in and out. I just look around a little bit. You, Dan and Meg were at the party. You came over and you said hi, and I didn't get up out of the chair because I couldn't, and I felt weird to not, like, stand up and be like, hey. And so we had a little talk, and you had no concept of the fear that was going through my mind.
Little did I
doing
know
this.
you were like stood on a frozen lake right in the
Yes.
middle, but it was all
I was,
cracked.
yeah, I was on a pane of glass that was slowly shattering, and there was no help. The worst part was, so I sat in that chair for like an hour, and then, enough time had passed in the chair that you and everybody you were with had done talking. You finished your evening, you were done talking with everyone, and you decided to go home. And you walked over to say goodbye, and Meg put her hand on my shoulder, and it was the scariest moment of my life. It was an additional, there was extra weight, and it was like, hey, it was nice seeing you. But in my head, it was like, this is gonna shatter. I'm done. They're gonna know. And so I stayed there until the evening, and everybody had left, and it was just Jeff and I at that point.
You had to just wait everyone out.
He
Yeah, I
sat there
waited-
for like 6 hours. Gavin, this is the year that we had the pool and Linda was there and the whole
Yeah, that was a really fun day.
thing. We were in that backyard for 10 hours probably.
Yeah, it was like 2 in the afternoon until the sun went down.
Yeah, which is like 4 a.m. in Texas in the
Yeah.
summer. Oh,
So, it's just Jeff and I at that point. We have a talk. We're talking for a bit, and he's like, well, everyone's inside. I guess we should probably go. And I was like, I gotta tell you something. I'm in a spot here. And I explained what had happened. He's like, well, we'll figure it out. Let's see what happens. I move like an inch, and the chair shatters. It just falls. I fall over. It was perfect. I was right. It actually was a nice justification that I truly was trapped this entire time.
I never told a soul from that moment until now.
No, I wouldn't care if you did. It's a great story.
Yeah, but it was your story to tell. I will say this. One nice thing about skipping the recording last week, which I guess I'm ruining right now, is I was not looking forward to. One of the last things we talked about, the previous episode, was that I had to go sell your car, Gavin. I was going to go trade it in for a new car.
How'd it go?
It went well. I was afraid you guys were going to ask me how the new car was, and it was at that moment in the shop getting fixed. Exactly 1 week later, it was back in the shop. And
Did you buy someone's broken car?
No, I bought a 2019. It just needed to have like the clear coat. I bought this like special clear coat for the outside and the inside to help it be more protected. And then I had to get the brakes worked on. They were a little squeaky. But the timing was just impeccable. It was like that morning I was like, oh, shit. As a matter of fact, in similar funny fashion, I drove it this morning, and when I got into it, it gave me an alert that the brakes need to be checked again. So I guess I'll be taking it back into the shop.
I feel like you may have bought me another money pit.
I have a dilemma, though. I have a few things to still talk about this. I broke my phone. I shattered my phone. It's not shattered. I put a hole in it. The glass is cracked. It's okay, though, but it might be the dumbest phone break certainly I've ever had.
What does that mean for all the bits inside?
The bits are still fine. They're safely secure. But it was such an effort to like get up. My bathroom is only maybe 8 feet from my bed, and it was this whole process every time for the first few days. After the dog disaster, it was a real struggle. And it sometimes would be hard to even leave, so I'd always want to bring my phone with me so I'd have something to communicate with or just even entertain myself. So every time I'd go to the bathroom, I needed both hands to pull myself there. So I'd put the phone in my teeth kind of like that. That was the move I was doing for transporting the phone. And I heard a crack one day. I didn't think much of it. I bit too hard. I bit a hole into my phone. The glass has a little tooth hole at the top of it.
How the fuck?
I was expecting that it slipped out of your mouth.
No.
Father floor, you just
Nope.
bit.
It was not. I was not going to let that thing fall. I got a good bite on it.
Gavin.
Imagine you biting a hole through your phone, stepping over waffle makers and dog toasters.
Dodging flying hot dogs.
You have everything in your capacity to make your life totally normal, and you refuse at every junction, at every opportunity. You make your life weird.
No.
Gavin, if I gave you an hour and $1,000 if you could bite a hole into your phone with your own mouth, do you think you could? Do you think you have it in you to do that?
I don't think I could bring myself to give it enough beans. I'd be so worried about cutting myself. I mean,
Or Yeah, there's no way in hell I could chew into a phone.
Yeah, it's glass and metal. I think I'd break a tooth.
Before we end, though, I'm going to say we never did it. So welcome to Face episode something. I don't know what episode this is.
25.
25. Welcome to Fuck. Oh, I don't know what happened there. Welcome to Face episode 25. I am your host, Jeff Ramsey. With me, as always, Gavin Free and Andrew Panton. Andrew, I believe you're a phone eater now. That's interesting. We'll get into that. And then we just did. That's the end of this fucking episode.
I don't think I've laughed so hard in a recording in like 4 years.
Dude.
I had to walk away from my mic at one point because I was crying.
Yeah, that was pretty intense. I
think I can make Gavin vomit next episode. I have a thing.
Oh, you probably could.
Yeah, I have two funniest things, but they're not vomit funny. But I
this
look
isn't
forward.
vomit funny either. I just think Gavin's gonna vomit when he sees this.
Andrew and Gavin, how are you guys doing?
Not bad, man.
About as good as I was 5 minutes ago. We're
It's been
recording.
about 30 seconds since we talked. I don't think we were recording, but Gavin and I were making lots of fun of you because you, I guess you do the podcast on an abacus.
My computer's old. I don't think it's... if you guys have any advice outside of making fun of my old computer of how I can make it go faster, I'd take that.
Well, here's the thing. I press stop on Audacity on my computer. Like on all my computers, this is the same way. And we usually go for about an hour. It takes about 3 to 4 seconds to export, and then I upload it, just drag it and drop it. You somehow export it over 3 minutes?
It was just 2-minute 51 upload or export. I have no control over that. It's not like I'm failing in any capacity. It's the computer.
Did you ever find the hot dogs? Is there a chance that there's a hot dog wedged in your computer somewhere?
If we want to, do we want to be real honest about this? Do we want to be honest?
I would like to be honest.
I recovered the dogs that went missing, and those were the dogs I ate later in the evening.
Oh,
my sneaky.
Come on.
My sneaky.
Where did you find them?
So you flung them across your bedroom. They landed in some corner, and then you dusted them off and ate them?
They were under my desk. They were under
on,
my
the
desk. I grabbed them.
That's a
it's
grumpy
my
spot.
desk.
Where
it's
your
my
unwashed,
desk.
dirty ankle is?
Yeah, that's like foot dust. That's fecal particles from your foot. That's minging.
I'm cooking waffles in the bathroom. You're yelling at me about fecal particles. I'm dropping stuff in my bedroom. You're yelling at me about fecal particles. I don't know how to make you happy.
Everywhere. In your
That's
bedroom
my point.
is fecal.
That's my point. Why are you yelling at me about it? I can't do nothing about the fecal particles. They're everywhere.
Because if you prepare some nice dogs in your dog toaster and then eat them fresh out of the toaster, there's less fecal on that than if they've rolled across your floor.
Around where you put.
Here's my logic. I cooked these at 1 a.m., and I didn't want to set the smoke alarm off again, especially at 1 a.m., so I thought these are probably like 60% heated, could cook them on a low setting, and I'll be totally fine.
Were they the ones you did in the closet?
Yes, they were the closet dogs, were a continuation of the desk
So they were
dogs.
twice cooked.
They were double heated
Twice
dogs.
cooked
You had
4 dogs.
Actually,
Twice
triple
cooked 4
cooked 2 dogs. This is maybe the biggest fucking scam of any industry I've ever seen. Nobody's talking about this. I don't understand why this isn't being discussed everywhere. Bed sheets, buying new bed sheets, fucking the biggest gimmick of all time. What's happening? It is so complicated. Why is it so complicated? Why do I need to order 6 different things just to get all the bed stuff? It makes no sense.
I've noticed that about
different
here.
structures.
There's like, you get the mattress sheet, you get like a flat sheet, which goes between that and the. For some reason, nobody
just gonna
here
put this.
has like duvet covers. They all have comforters, which you just don't put a sheet on.
I just put a photo in. What the fuck am I supposed to do with that? Do I need all of
Okay,
it?
so
Do I
you've
need
got-
one of it?
You've got
What do I
king
need?
duvet set, you've got king bedding set, king comforter set. Right, I
What's the
think
difference
this-
between a duvet and a comforter?
Okay, so you just don't understand how beds work.
It's super complicated. It's so much more complicated than it needs to be.
So, Gavin, do you want to do it, or do you want me? You got.
Well, as far as I'm aware, a duvet is sort of the thing
Yeah,
that you put on
got one
top
of
that
those.
you put a sheet over, right? A comforter. I've never grown up with that. I don't know what the
Okay.
point of that is. That seems to be something that you don't put a sheet on.
it goes fitted sheet, right? Then
See?
unfitted sheet,
This is
then
ridiculous.
duvet or comforter. Then when you lift up your duvet or comforter and your unfitted sheet, and then you slide in between those.
So what's that weird thing that people do where they have the duvet, but then they have something on top of it that's just on the like below the knees?
Oh, that's like an extra blanket.
But what is the set?
Those things, Gav, I know what you're talking about. They're like oddly shaped and weird and long, and they look useless.
Yeah,
that's
it's like
that's
decorative shite.
purely ornamental. It is
all
decorative
you need,
shite.
All
You're
anyone
100%
needs
correct.
is a fitted mattress sheet that sort of hooks under the bottom of the mattress corners and a duvet with a cover on it. That's all anyone needs to sleep.
You want a sheet between
No.
the Yeah, you do.
No, you don't, because then you can't. Your legs get all trapped.
Do you know why? Because you sweat, and dude, think of it this way: you sweat in your sleep. Sometimes your skin chafes off. What? You release gross shit in your sleep from your body.
Yeah, that's why you change
Hairs
your
and stuff.
sheets.
And you change. But if you're sleeping directly under your comforter, then you gotta wash your comforter all the time. That's why you need the unfitted sheet.
Take the comforter and throw it out the window. No one needs one of them.
I totally agree. I totally agree. And by the way,
sheet and a duvet. You change the
cover
sheet.
is a pain in the ass to take off.
It is, but it's at least you
It's
can
way
clean it.
easier.
And then
it's way easier just to slop a
Total
sheet
chaos.
down in between the duvet cover. Yeah, you're dude.
Look,
I
this
can't.
is my point.
No,
I can't go down this road with you,
Here's
man.
my point. When you change your sweaty flat sheet that goes between you and the duvet, you're gonna change the duvet cover at the same time.
No, you're not. You wash the duvet cover. You wash your fitted sheet and your other sheet and your pillowcases once a week.
Insane.
And then you wash the duvet cover whenever the dog has a leaky anus or you spill a soda.
Right,
or,
but it all comes, as Andrew has stated here, it comes as a set. So you're not going to take off your nice blue sheet and then leave on your big Christmas duvet when it's like the next year. What?
What are you saying?
Okay, this is my problem. We're straying from I feel like I already made my point that this is fucking nonsense and it's way too complicated.
It all makes sense and it's not complicated.
No, it doesn't. I just want
comforter set is your comforter and some pillowcases that look like the comforter.
Don't need a comforter.
That's great.
You don't need a comforter.
Opinions aside,
go with a duvet. You don't need a comforter.
I want to buy. This is all I want. I want to just put it in a thing. I just want all the sheets I need. I don't want to buy 6 different fucking bundles to have a full bed.
You don't need to.
I clearly do. There's 4 options.
You're gonna have more sheets than duvet covers. Like you're looking at sheets and a blanket essentially. The blanket you buy once. You're gonna have like multiple.
But
sets
if I
of
want a
sheets.
cool themed bedding, I need to buy all of it, and I can't just buy it in one thing. I have to buy 4 different pieces.
You don't need the comforter.
You don't need the comforter.
Get the bedding set.
But
right?
I can't. Okay, but I have a duvet, and I need a cover for it, right? So I can't just get the king duvet set would clearly come with the duvet cover, and so if I don't have the cover, then it's like I'm just have a blanket. It's not part of the cool set.
What do you mean you're not going to get in every single one of those options? You'll get like the bedding set and the duvet set. It will come with a duvet cover.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's more reasonable.
You want the king bedding set.
Okay. I will say that something else I learned.
God, we are 20 minutes into talking about beds.
Yeah, I'm not done yet either. This is a very. How many pillows do you guys use?
Fuck. 2.
Are you serious?
I used 2.
I used to be a double pillow kind of guy. I used to like sticking an arm between them. Now I just have a very dense, very supportive single pillow.
Oh, okay. I have 8 pillows on my bed.
Shut up.
Well, I have 8 pillows on my bed, but you take most of them off.
I have 8 pillows.
Why?
Don't get me started. It's decorative.
Get them out of there.
No, they're all great. I have 8 pillows. I have 2 of them are like, they're not body pillows, but they're like long pillows. They're like half body pillows. They're thick. So I have 2 of those, and then I have 6 standard pillows. How many pillows do you think I use when I go to sleep?
1.
That's your guess 1? Jeff, do you want to make a guess?
I don't know, man. I would say 0. I don't know.
Why would I use
weird.
0 pillows?
I don't know, because it's got to be the most ludicrous answer.
I use 8 pillows. I use all of them.
Don't. You don't.
Yes, I do. I use all of them, and I don't
why even have a bed at that point? Just sleep in a pillow for.
What I do. I don't know. It's never struck me as weird. The concept of using 1 pillow. Go ahead.
Let me guess where you put them. Right.
Sure.
You,
go ahead.
you have 2 under your head. You're hugging one. You're probably a weirdo who has one between your knees. Because I know people do. No, okay, I've got no idea.
I stack them. I put the 2 hard ones at the bottom to build good structural integrity, and then I stack 6, and then I fall into it. The bottom of the bed. So we have the bed, and then I put the 2 like body pillow type things first. They're down at the bottom. They're
Like,
the structure.
wait, you say bottom? You mean where your feet?
You make a second bed of pillows?
No, okay, so I put the two at my head, the two body pillows at my head, and they're like the base of the Jenga tower, and then I just stack 6 up. That's what I
So
lay
you
on.
have 8 pillows tall?
Yeah, it's 8 pillows tall.
You'd sleep bolt upright. What do you mean? 8 pillows tall.
No, I don't. So what I do, I make like a comfort mountain, and then I put my shoulder into it, and I'm out. I just go to sleep. It's fantastic.
But you're sleeping, you're sitting up mostly at this point.
No. I'm stretched out. I'm laying down. But my upper half is definitely on its side. My head is probably, I don't know, 3 feet from the bed, 2.5 feet from the bed.
God. I'll tell you what's happening. Your heart is just fucking pumping blood straight to a bad ankle.
Oh, it's fantastic.
That's what's going on.
It never occurred to me. It's weird. It also never occurred to me to only use one. I have 8. Why wouldn't I use all 8? Pillows are great. Why wouldn't I use all of them?
Your spine. Okay, so I'm imagining if I've walked into your bedroom, I've seen you asleep. I'm looking at from the top down. Is your head, and then maybe the headboard.
Yeah,
and then 6
pillows. Does your head sleep higher than a headboard?
It would. I don't think I could sleep with a headboard in my current sleep system. It would be hard.
I don't understand. From 1 to 8, where is your head leant against?
Oh, probably like 7.
Can you do me a favor? At some point in the future, can you draw this?
Yeah,
I'm having a hard time visualizing.
I will stack my pillows for how I lay in them, and I'll take a photo of my setup.
All right, I'm putting it on, or I'm gonna get it put on Instagram.
Just do it now. You're in your room now.
I gotta walk around. My foot.
Well, he probably wants to show off his new comforter and stuff too.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'll wait until I get the new sheets and everything. It'll be a whole thing. But it never occurred to me that was weird.
When you lie down, like if you lie down on your side,
yep,
there's a gap between where your shoulder and your head are, because your shoulders can touch the bed, but your head doesn't.
Not how I lay.
Well, if any man lays on their side, there's a gap under their head, right?
Right.
Put one pillow there. See you later. Jobs are good in.
No, you need way more than that. I like to feel secure. I want everything solid. When I was younger, I was like maybe a 3-pillow kid, and I would just put them all against the wall and just lay into the wall as hard as I could. I had a very crick neck. Crick neck sleep.
How is your posture?
Oh, it's great. I think my posture's fine. I'm sitting upright.
Somehow, the way your head has been in your sleep, that's somehow affected your ankles. I bet.
Yes,
I bet
totally.
your ankles are out of whack.
Totally.
Your spine has been tugging on your pelvis, ripping your shins up and bending your ankles.
And he's right. You're doing something to yourself here.
God. Also, why are you just storing the ketchup upside down?
What do you mean? What do you mean? Why am I storing the ketchup upside down? That's the top. What do you mean?
No, the top is the cap.
No, it's not. Why would it be the cap? That's dangerous. Why would you have the part where it could seep out facing down?
No, it doesn't seep out. It's a seal, and it means that when you pick it up, it's ready to go, and the ketchup is at the cap. Did you not find it weird that the label's upside down?
No. Why would you have the cap down? Why would you? If I put the cap down, there's a scenario in which it comes out of the cap. If I cap up, there's no way in which it comes out of the cap.
Every label is the right way up except for the ketchup. What are you talking about?
I don't understand.
What are you talking about?
He's
You
right.
don't put. No, this what I'm saying makes sense.
That's why
You
the
wouldn't put
cap
a
is flat, dude.
The cap is flat and it has a seal.
That's so you don't have to fucking shake it like a psycho to get the ketchup toward the fucking
If
top.
you flip that open and hold it upside down, it won't come out. You got to squeeze through the little anus, the little sphincter in the cap.
I think there's a 1% risk cap down, so I go cap up because there's 0 risk there. You don't put a fucking Dr. Pepper face down. That's flat too.
That's
You put
liquid.
the
That's
point-
gravity with the hole. The freaking ketchup, Andrew. If there's the risk and you're avoiding that, instead of the risk, which won't leak out, you have to bash and wait for your ketchup to land at the hole.
Do you want to get fucking real? Do you want to have a real answer to this? When you put cap down, right? You put cap down, there's momentum and gravity, and sometimes you open the cap, you're fucking coated in ketchup.
Never happens. That's
Instantly.
not real.
Literally happened the day I used the fucking ketchup. That's why it's cap up.
No,
Wait,
what? Did you open it with it already squeezed? Are you squeezing it like you're trying to choke the life out of something as you're popping the cap?
No. I don't know. The air was in there.
So
there was
heavy-handed. He's always biting down too hard through his phones. He's always
Jesus
squeezing
Christ.
his ketchup.
Calm down, man.
I'm telling you, if you have a bottle of ketchup like that and you keep it capped down and you just open the cap, it will spray on you at one point.
No.
It will happen.
Now I've started, when I get out of the shower, I towel off. But you know when you get out of the shower, no matter how long you towel off, you're still damp in certain places. And there becomes a point of diminishing returns, right? Where you like, I could continue drying off with this towel that's now wet, but I'm getting less and less dry by percentage as I go. At some point, the towel, you're not gonna dry off with two towels, right? Nobody's gonna be like, well, this towel's mostly wet. Well, let me get the second towel to finish the job. You're just not gonna do that. But since I'm already blow drying my hair, I've started to I got this routine where I put my deodorant on, and then I blow dry the deodorant dry onto my underarm. That way you don't like put a black shirt on and end up with like the white streaks or whatever. Or you don't like, if you use clear deodorant, you don't put it on and just feel like icky, kind of sticky a little bit. So I blow dry my underarms totally dry to like bake the deodorant on. Takes a few seconds. Then I blow dry the rest of my entire body, paying special attention to my shins seem to hold a lot of water for some reason because I got hairy legs.
What do you mean?
They always seem to be a little wetter.
Or maybe it's is it a hair thing? You got
maybe
you have
yeah. So
hairy shins.
I got hairy legs, right? I guess
Okay.
so. I'm not like Gavin hairy or anything, but I'm human. And so I pay special attention to my shins, make sure my leg hair gets nice and dry, which feels lovely, by the way. And then I blow dry my butthole and my taint and my balls for a while. You got to be careful because you will burn your dick on a high setting with a blow dryer. But if you and I don't like to dial it down. I like to keep my settings on high because I like go 100% all the time. But so you have to be careful. But
Can I ask a technical question?
Yeah.
Are you using the incredibly fancy and expensive Dyson blow dryer?
Yes, I am.
Okay,
Why do you
nice.
ask?
Oh, I'm wondering what kind of blow you're getting.
Just a Dyson blow dryer. Yeah.
So there'd be times in the winter months where I'd be at my desk, like I'd be playing a game for a few hours at night, and then the cold would just completely numb my feet. And then you'd go to bed, and your feet would slowly heat up, and it was a nice feeling. It's not always bad. That's all I was trying to say.
Okay.
I thought you were gonna be like heating them by the fire or something.
No, you just crawl on the bed, and you slowly
Have you ever had chilblains?
chill
No.
blades?
Have you?
No, but I was always warned about it. Like if you have really cold feet and then you immediately heat them up, you can get. Is it chilblains? I've
Yeah, I
never
think
looked
so.
up what that is.
I don't
but
even. I've
always
never
been
heard that
warned.
word.
It's like, oh, you'll get chilblains.
That sounds bad.
I gotta look
What
up
is
what
a
that
chill
is.
blade? I had an anal fissure recently. I haven't had a chill blade though.
I would say
Well-
I'd say that that's worse.
There goes the license plate and the flat tire. Andrew, would you care
My
to
second waffle
explain-
maker just shipped. That's great. It was a side effect, so I was recovering from my
of eating
ankle.
so many goddamn waffles?
Yeah, yes. No, it wasn't waffle related. It was the prescription painkiller related. I was saving my ankle to spite my butthole, is what I didn't realize at the time. Should I show Gavin my waffle, Jeff? That's the thing
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
will make Gavin probably vomit.
Yeah, show him your waffle.
So here's some good waffles, Gavin. These are like, so I'm calling them a Puffle because it's a pancake mix and a waffle maker. So it's not really a pancake, not really a waffle. That's
that
the
looks good.
quality. That's
Is
the
that
quality
working out,
wonder
by the
thing.
way? Is this from the 70-pound bag?
Yeah, that was a 70-pound cook. These are the Puffles from the 70-pound. Like this is another one, but this is the waffle that came out yesterday. It was very wet and it just didn't cook properly. It was not good.
Seeing it next to the good ones makes it look even worse.
Oh yeah, it's a real disappointment.
I can see the soggy.
It was undercooked.
It looks like it looks like a waffle that fell in a pool and someone fished it out.
Oh, it's a wet waffle. It's a wet waffle.
It was not cooked properly. I will say though, it did not taste any better than it looked.
Why'd you
It-
eat it? You got
It wasn't that bad.
You got 70 pounds. You don't need to eat the.
Yeah, but I cooked it and I was like, well, I should try it. Here's the real dilemma was that nose. You can kind of see it's a hard nose. There was a real bump in that nose. I was like, what's going on with this nose? I bit into it. Just powder. Just the powder that uncooked. It was just a chunk of powder in the nose. Did we do an intro?
Hello and welcome to episode. Yeah, we did. I think did we? No, we didn't. Hello and welcome to episode 4. Hello and welcome to episode 26 of Face, a podcast about nothing.
We did for
Nick
this one.
is saying we did.
Oh, we did. Okay.
Undo it. Undo that.
All right.
Where's the Ian shirt? I don't think I've even seen that.
It's back a bit. It's just like a pocket tee with the Ian face.
Yes, the Ian
pocket.
looking up face.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Ian?
Yeah, that's Ian.
That's his name.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I guess you weren't a part of that conversation.
Where was I?
I don't think you were on that text that Andrew and I had about it.
Oh well.
Did you want to be? I could. Here's what we're thinking, Gav. We're thinking about naming that character Ian. How do you feel about that?
I think it's great.
All right, we like.
And I'm telling you too, selling these bat knobs. I think it's a great plan.
Nobody wants the knob.
If we can sell, listen, Gavin. I'll say this:
it's a desk toy.
Let me sell the first however many bats we bought, and if I can get through those and there's additional demand, then maybe we'll sell the knobs.
But what if the demand for knobs is so much higher and people are holding out for knobs?
It's just, okay, if people really want the knobs, they're getting a whole bat. What a savings we're bringing to them. We're selling the knobs, but you get a whole bunch of other wood too. What a fantastic deal. Were you mad at me for pushing that you had to sign those? I hope you didn't mind. I felt like
No, I was happy to do it. I wanted to feel like a special limited edition authenticated thing. It's kind of the whole point of this, you know?
Sure, of course.
So I was happy to do it. I mean, I'm happy right now. We'll see how I feel 200 bats from now, but yeah. What time were we recording today?
3:30.
Okay. Well, I'd like to be noted then on the record that when I showed up into the group at 3:25, Gavin was there 5 minutes early, and that greatly distressed me. It was super inconsiderate of you to be early, sir. You might as well have been late. I was horrified. I expect you to be exactly on time every time, not before.
Andrew said the same thing to me. He was like, Jesus, you're early. I was like, well, yeah, I was doing some work right here in front of my computer, downloading some stuff. So I thought I'd just drop in because, I'm not technically here yet, but I am physically here. So why not be a little bit early? Also, didn't we move the damn podcast by half an hour for Eric, who's not here?
Yes, we did.
So we moved it half an hour so he could be here. He's not here. So we've just lost half an hour for no reason.
Hey, I don't know where this podcast began, but you asked me how your car was doing, Gav, and I was telling you it was doing great. And that the only time I drive it is on the interstate. And then I laughed to myself because the next time I drive it on the interstate will be when I take it to the appointment to drop it back off at the dealer again for the second time. For the second time in 3 weeks.
So the last time was some sort of clear coat, right?
Well, it was a clear coat, and then also the brakes were squealing a little bit. And so I took it in, and I had them take a look at it, and they said the brakes were fine and stuff. And then day before yesterday, I was driving it, and I got an error message. Your brake pads are worn. Take to the dealer immediately. And they fucking told me, listen, and they're nice people. I'm going to have if I get to it, I got my flat tire story I want to tell too. I didn't get to last week. Also nice people. I'm not trying to beat up on any of these people in the service industry. They had excellent customer service, but the motherfucking guy stood there and looked me right in the eyes and said, yeah, they checked out your brake pads and the calipers and everything is fine. Looks good. So a little bit of squeaking is normal in that kind of car. I take them at their word. It probably is, but I can't believe I used up enough brake pad 6 days later for the brake pads to be so worn that the car's like, pull over immediately. Do not drive. You will die.
Can I just ask, how do I cough now? What's the protocol on coughing? I need to cough. I've needed to cough for like 90 seconds now. How do I do I mute the Discord? Do I just cough?
You weren't talking there. You could have just walked away from the mic, coughed into a corner, and come back.
I would make way more noise walking away from the mic than I would if I just coughed. It's a real dilemma.
How are you still talking? Just okay.
Hey, all right, here we go. Here we go.
Your mouth away from the mic.
No.
Okay.
I have this.
I'm gonna go away.
Hey, Andrew, don't listen yet. I have this.
Okay.
Do you remember the photo? You sent of the 8 pillows on top of each other?
Yes.
Grab one of your many
I have to get up
pillows
to do that.
and cough into the pillow.
I have to get up to do that. I'm gonna make more noise getting up to do that than I would if I just coughed. I'm just
You don't
curious.
have a mixer?
Well, I got I think I have a mixer. Can I mute
All right.
on the mixer? That's part of my question.
Just unplug your computer, cough, and then plug it back in.
Great. I need to cough. What do I do here?
Fucking cough!
Okay.
Oh, that was
Wow, that was no joke.
No, I had a real cough.
How long were you holding on to that cough?
Holy
Oh, honestly, like 2 minutes. It was a long time. I'm like, what do I do?
I can't believe you were talking so smoothly with that stuck in
Oh,
your
I
throat.
had-
That was like a wheezer. Did
It was in the chamber.
you see what Andrew tweeted at me, Jeff?
I don't think so. I'm not sure I follow you guys.
Okay, he tweeted last night, with no training and while being out of shape, I bet you, Gavin Free, that I could walk and or run the distance of 3 marathons in 7 days. Double or nothing on all standing bets that aren't pencil related. Firstly, what's wrong with you? Why do you always throw yourself into these insane scenarios that no one asked for? What you just sat there looking at the ceiling one night and you're like, 3 marathons in a week. I don't have ankles left. Let's do it.
That's almost 80 miles, dude. You can
Yeah.
barely walk. You hurt your ankle getting a hot dog last week.
Yeah. No, that's exactly what happened. I was laying in bed and I was talking to somebody about long distance running and like doing multiple marathons in a short amount of time. And I was like, I bet I could do 3 in a week. I'm just gonna challenge Gavin to it.
You
'cause
know
why
how far a marathon is, right?
Yeah. No, I did the basic research. I looked into it. I feel very confident I could do this. I don't think it would be a problem.
Why do you feel confident you could do that?
I
Why?
just do. I believe in myself. I don't know. I think I can do
What's
it.
the furthest you've run?
Oh boy, I don't know. That's a question. I've never done like a race. I've never done like a half marathon, so I don't think I've ever done a structured run. We have a thing called Terry Fox Day. You get to run for that during school. You can do it outside school too.
You have the confidence of a much dumber man.
Okay, Eric's written the average person can walk 3 miles per hour. Based on that, 80 miles would take 26 hours, 45 minutes.
Easy.
Okay, so you have a week to put in 26, let's say 27 hours of walking.
Okay.
So break that
That's
down,
even
Gavin.
easier.
That's 4 hours a day.
Actually, yeah, that's not awful.
That's assuming I space it out and don't just try to do 3 marathons in the first 3 days. And then so that's what I would do. I just try to do as much as I could.
Why do you have this confidence? Why are you like this?
I can't explain that. I was laying in bed. The funny part is I was laying in bed. I put the tweet out. I'm like, I feel very good about this. And then I stood up to get something from my kitchen, and it was very hard to walk. My ankle's like 80% right now, I'd say. So it was a definite stumble down the stairs. And I was like, that was an absurd challenge for me to make it this time. But I still feel good about it. I think I could do it.
You are so up and down. You are a man who doesn't want to walk to his kitchen to make a waffle. Now say you're going to walk 3 marathons there? What?
Yeah. Well, it's because it's the inconvenience of the kitchen to the wall. I have a waffle maker now in my kitchen, by the way.
Oh, you
But-
got a second one?
Yeah, I got a second one. It's now in the kitchen. So I'm good to go. No matter what floor I'm on, I'm ready.
Speaking of, I'm recording in my bedroom today because they're doing work on the shelves right now. Hold on, I'm going to send you guys a photo because I knew you'd want to see it. So this is why. So if I sound a little different, it's because I'm in my bedroom, which is very hot in the daytime, I've learned.
While you're getting that, can we just mention that now that Eric's here, that we moved the entire podcast so that Eric could be in this recording, and he was 10 minutes late anyway.
Trust me when I say I did not choose to be late, Gavin. I had a meeting that I absolutely could not get out of. That's what the fuck your shelf room looks like?
I like that's now the feature of the room. It's the shelf room.
Yeah, it's getting the shelves painted. So obviously I can't be in there recording. It's paint fumes.
I don't. Dude,
Boy.
everything's the same color in that room. The floor, the ceiling, the shelf.
The floor
the walls.
is no. Okay, well, so first off, the floor is not the same color. The floor is hardwood. It's just covered with plastic that's painted blue from the overspray from the paint machine. There'll be a wooden floor. Don't worry.
It's just so uniform. It's great.
And then the behind me wall where I'm standing is wallpaper, or it will be when the fucking wallpaper comes in. And the wall behind the shelves is actually wooden slats. So you just can't see it. because it's all covered up by, it's not all blue. It's just covered up by plastic sheeting that got sprayed blue when they were painting everything else.
Eric, how many pillows do you sleep under?
How many actual pillows?
Yeah, like when you go to bed, how many pillows
one.
do you use?
I use one pillow.
That's absurd to me.
Why?
I use 8.
What?
Here, hold
What
on.
do you do with 8 pillows?
Okay, well, before we get there, I tweeted out, how many pillows do you use with no context? I was shocked by how many people use 1 or at most 2. There were very few that went above. It was like 90% 1.
You're shocked. You're shocked by
insane.
normal. You're shocked by normalcy.
It's like asking someone, how many pairs of gloves do you wear at a time? 1? That's insane.
Yeah, but the bed has 4 pillows on it, typically, or at least 2. So I'd assume you'd use the pillows you had. Now, if you're sharing the bed with someone, I get there's a distribution of pillows. But if it's just you in the bed, I don't see why you don't use all the pillows available to you at that time. So this is my pillow stack. This isn't a full 8. This is like maybe 6 or 7. I had 1 on the floor. I had 1 on the side. It was a full stack. But this is my pillow formation when I go to bed.
Wait, hang on. Wait. Hang on. What the fuck? Hang on.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
You were us last week, Eric.
I don't
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah.
Also, do you have like little choo-choo trains on your sheets, or what is that?
They're little cars with Christmas trees, Eric. I'm a child.
Okay.
I like Christmas.
Do you sleep vertically, or
That's what they said. Here's a little side shot. I thought this was funny for comparison. My top pillow is above my my lamp on my my night table.
I like that they're all different sizes. They're all like different pillows with different cases on.
I'm trying to like figure out, is it like your whole upper body is like laying on the pillows?
Yeah. My shoulder and my head are kind of near the top, and I just kind of fall into.
Kind of near the top, so the rest of your body is on the other 6 pillows?
No, I'd say the majority of my body's on the bed, but like my shoulder to kind of like rib area is all pillowed up.
In my head, Eric, he's like rugby tackling the stack of pillows, and that's what's causing the mattress to shoot out.
I'm sorry. What he just said, that his rib area is all pillowed up.
Yeah, I'd say like halfway to the ribs are all pillows, and then the rest.
Now here's the thing. You're changing your song and dance because you said a majority of your body is on the bed, and
At
now it
least
sounds
half.
like a 50-50 split.
I have a very long back.
What?
So maybe.
On the bright side, Andrew, they're going to invent a new version of scoliosis and name it after you.
No, I'm gonna be fine.
Jeff.
Yeah.
What's your flat tire story?
Oh, shit. I can tell that in a second. Hey, Andrew distracted us, but did you want to do the intro now, Gavin?
Oh yeah.
Hey, welcome. No.
Yeah, okay.
You guys didn't do a fucking intro?
No, wait, I tried to. We started to.
Bastard.
What happened? No, what happened?
What happened was we didn't have our producer here to produce us.
Yeah, as we haven't for the last 3 weeks.
So I was riding my bicycle as I do, and we have a
Pedaling?
Yeah. Always pedaling, unless I'm going downhill. So I try to ride like 24 to 30 miles a day, depending on how much time I have. And then we have this place in Austin called Town Lake. If you're ever in Austin and you're on Town Lake, watch out. I'm going to run you the fuck over if you're walking slow and in the middle of the path, because that's rude. And I wanted to look at the water. There were people like stand-up paddleboarding and canoeing, and it was just like, people fishing and shit. It was lovely. And I just sat and I watched people for about 15 minutes, and I hopped back on my bike, and my back tire was dead ass flat. So I got this flat tire, and so I looked, and I'm like a little under 2 miles from the closest bike store, a bike repair shop. So I called them, and I said, hey, I just got a flat tire on the lake or on the trail. Is it okay? Can y'all fix it? And they're like, yeah, no problem. It's not that busy. Bring it in. We'll happily help you. And then I didn't, like, Emily was at work, and so I didn't have a way to get the bike there. I don't know if I can call like a COVID Uber bike delivery thing. So I was like, it's only 2 miles. I'll just walk it. And anyway, so it took me forever, but I walked the bike there, and I get in, and the guy goes, oh, it's an e-bike. And I go, yeah, I told you on the phone it's an e-bike. And he goes, yeah. And he goes, I was like, can you still fix the tire? It's just a fucking tube. And he goes, yeah, no problem at all. Hold on. And he takes the bike in. These people were lovely, by the way. It's going to sound like I'm besmirching them, but I'm not. They were lovely. And after a while, he comes out and he goes, hold on a second. This is a different tire size than we carry. And I'm thinking, I've been to like 30 bike stores in Austin. I've had my bike fixed by different places. I've never encountered the tire size problem. But he's like, yeah, it's a 27.5. Let me see. Yeah, we only have those in a Presti valve. So that's not going to work. You got a Schrader valve. So I'm afraid I can't do it. And I'm like, well, my house is like 6 or 7 miles from here. I really don't want to walk it home. And he's like, well, if you want to get a tube, like if you want to go buy a tube from another bike store and bring it back, we'll still fix it for you. And I'm like, fucking Christ. And while I'm doing that, some other guy comes over and he's like, and I go, you know what? I have a tube at home. I bought a box on Amazon the other day. So can I like get an Uber home, get a tube, bring it back to you, give it to you, and then you'll fix it? And he goes, and they go, yeah. We'll do that. While I'm like being entered into the system and stuff, and I'm like, that's not terrible. You know, it's not too far. It's annoying. But that's not the end of the world. I'll still get my bike fixed. Some other guy comes over and he goes, let me take a look at this bike. And he goes, oh, you know what? One of your sprockets is busted. We can fix that for you, no problem. And I go, oh, okay, cool. Add it to the repair bill. And then some other guy comes over and he goes, I don't know that we have that sprocket diameter. Jesus. And I go, excuse me? And he goes, let me check. And he goes away for like 10 minutes. And he comes back and he goes, yeah, we don't have the right sprockets for that. And I go, we'll just take it out. It's got a bunch of other sprockets. And he goes, yeah, we can do that. And then you just get it fixed by somebody else. And I'm like, yeah, I just need to get it home. It'll still drive home with missing one sprocket. And then then the other, it's like 3 different dudes, and they just like keep rotating on fucking me. And one of the other 3 dudes in the fuck Jeff pyramid, he comes over, the fuck Jeff triangle comes over and he goes, oh no, you see right here where the sprocket's busted? It's the way it's ripped out. It's yeah, I don't know if we can fix that. And I go, and the other guy goes, no, we can fix it. And I go, well, and this is where my preparation paid off, because when I bought this bike and I got it, I realized that none of this looked easy to fix, and I didn't know how sturdy this thing would be. So I immediately bought extra parts for everything on the bike. But I go, okay, well, when I go home, I got some sprockets. Sprockets. So can I bring in a sprocket and you'll fix it too? And he goes, yeah. Anyway, and then he and the other guy argue about whether it's repairable. And then the other guy finally wins and he goes, nah, dude, the way this rim is bad. You're not going to be able to fix that. And he goes, it's the way that the sprocket ripped out. It's ruined the integrity of it. And I go, okay. And he goes, so yeah, we're not going to be able to fix it at all. I'm sorry. And I go, well, hold on. I have another rim. I'll bring that in too. And he goes, well, we don't know how to take the rim because you've got this like gear system on the back tire. I don't know how to remove that from the rim. And I go, don't worry, it's all on there already. They were very politely trying not to help me, but they were very sweet about it. And I go, no, I got the whole thing. And they're like, well, oh, okay. And I'm like, so I'll bring that by 2. And they're like, well, I don't know if we know how to fix this. And I go, I put it together myself. It's not hard. I had to fight with them and I shut them down every step of the way. Eventually, I had to bring I took an Uber ride home, threw everything in the back of my car. I had to bring them almost an entire other bike.
It sounds like you've walked 2 miles to have 3 dudes watch you fix your bike.
Yeah. So I get an Uber home and I throw the parts in my car and I drive your car back and I give them all the parts and they go, and I go, how long do you think it's going to take? And they go, oh yeah, it got really busy after you left. We're slammed. We won't be able to get to it today. And I was like, oh, okay. So then like 24 hours later, they called me and I had to call them and I'd be like, is my bike fixed yet? And they're like, oh, we're still working on it. Eventually they fixed it. I got an Uber back. I got there and they only charged me $7 because they felt bad. And then I felt bad. But I did more than $7 worth of work.
I feel like Jeff just discovered a bike store that is a front. Like, you clearly didn't go to a bike repair store. Like, these people are desperately, it's all an illusion. I don't know what their actual business is, but it isn't repairing bikes, and you infuriatingly wouldn't let them just not fix it.
Yeah.
Skip the bit.
I wasn't taking no for an answer. When he said, we don't have that diameter of sprocket, I thought, that's it. Like, I will burn this building down with everybody inside it before I leave with this bicycle. I am not accepting fucking sprocket diameters. Fuck you. Like, that's not happening.
Bike store have every diameter of sprocket, like every available sprocket.
Shouldn't a bike store have a 27.5-inch tire? It's not that rare. Like, shouldn't the bikes? Yeah, dude, it should.
I'm in a real jam here. So I got a new recording setup, and I have a mic stand. I have a Rode mic arm.
I did not want to help you last night.
You didn't help me at all.
I know. I didn't try to.
You implied your implication that you did. You're useless. My desk is both too thick for it to attach to it, but not long enough for me to make it work.
His desk is too thick and shallow.
I'm just going to show you. This is my initial solution. I tried to make this work, and it was a very temporary fix.
That's not a solution at all.
No, well, it seemed like it was at the time. It felt kind of secure.
Just jammed it.
Yeah, I just leveraged it in the actual drawer area, and it felt very
damage
secure.
that you've done to the little.
Oh yeah, I ripped up the front corner of that desk trying to sneak it in.
That's
Sadly,
you figured it out. That's
no,
terrible.
no, Gavin.
Oh.
Let me finish, you fucking idiot. Once again, I'm explaining my point for the millionth time, and dummy Gavin interrupts to yell at me. That is not my final solution. That fell over
Don't say
immediately.
final solution. That's a different thing, dude. We don't want to be associated with that.
Okay, that was not the fix.
I love how annoyed he gets.
Well, because you're useless. You yell at me for a thing that I'm doing.
We're already over time. Just show me the thing you did.
Now, calm down, Eric. You got another meeting where you gotta go.
Yeah, I have things to do, but I also want to know what it is, and you're just not showing.
Well, I wanted to tell, but Gavin fucking interrupted.
Get on with it.
It's not my fault. You get on with it. Shut up. I put the fire extinguisher is gone. We lost the fire extinguisher, sadly. It is now attached to the mic arm. But we have gained a fridge. My temporary solution to this problem is I have mounted it to my fridge. My mic arm
Your fridge doesn't shut.
The door's open.
Yeah, it is.
Jeff, do something.
Leaking out.
Also, do you have fine china in your fridge?
Oh, shit. Oh, boy. Okay.
Well, that'll do it for this episode of Face.
The fridge just fell over.
No. Okay. I thought Jeff had a real tip, so I pulled my mic out of the fridge. The base of the mic is fallen. I'm now just holding my mic stand like a tree. We're fine, though. We actually do need... This is sort of heavy. I probably got 2 minutes before my arm starts cramping up.
And you're going to walk 19 marathons.
No, this is...
You can't hold a mic stand.
No, let me adjust. This is... How do I...
Canadian man-child found dead in his own fridge.
He can't figure out how to connect the mic holder to the mic stand.
No, I figured that out.
Oh, yeah?
I put this together. Wait, okay. Am I okay? Oh shit! I tried to balance it on the door of the fridge and it just fell.
He's gonna kill himself.
All right.
Good episode.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Face.
Do you still hear me? This is amazing. It's like a boom mic. I got it above my head right now.
Lord.
I sound good?
No.
Oh, okay.
You sound
What about
fucking awful.
1 second. I'm just gonna keep talking. Tell me when it sounds good.
It's
I am
over.
talking, let
The
me know.
podcast ended.
And action on the episode.
Hello.
Nah, I don't have it up yet.
Oh boy.
Are
What do you
you
mean?
kidding?
What don't you ever?
What does that mean?
I don't have anything
do you
up yet.
mean?
I got it.
It's not ready.
Every time. It's not ready. Every
You
time.
have to
Not ready.
record. Hit
I
record.
know. No, I closed everything, so I'm making a new thing.
Why would you close it? We're about to start a podcast.
You gotta make it fresh. You gotta get it fresh. You got it. The project rate has to be right.
Jeff was 0.5 of a second there
Okay.
into what sounded like an
I'm ready.
amazing
I'm
intro.
ready. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead. I'm ready.
Here we go. And take 3, action on the episode.
Hello and welcome to Face. I believe it's episode 28. So this is interesting because I listen to this podcast. It's the only production that I am a part of that I actually listen to, and actually it's the only production I'm a part of now. But it's not like I watched a bunch of Achievement Hunter videos all the time or anything. And the every episode I listen to, I come away with thinking, having a totally different opinion of when I recorded it, and the prevailing thread is always I get too upset over too little a thing, and I get too hot too fast, and I'm like, I got to work on that because when I hear it, it sounds like excessive to me. Like, why did I get that mad in that moment? Like that seems like my reaction is greater than the moment. But now here I am in the moment, and I'm genuinely annoyed immediately. And I feel justified, but I know next week when I listen to this, I'm going to go, God damn it, Jeff, you did it again.
No, it's justified.
Absolutely not. No, it's not. It couldn't be less justified. I was the most prepared. I was asked to do a thing, and you both were just like, okay, we're starting now.
Do you think
no, we can't.
you were more prepared than both of us who were actually ready to go at 3:30 to record?
100% was more prepared because I showed up 10 minutes early, and I was fulfilling a task I was asked to do.
Is your house longer than Andrew's back?
I don't know if that's possible.
I don't know. I don't know either.
I am. It's honestly, it's like a magic trick. If you see me standing, you're like average height, and then when I sit down, I'm taller than everybody. I'm like fucking Yao Ming in a chair.
Out of nowhere comment. Was that last week's one where you said you had a really long back?
I think so.
That floored me.
I don't remember what the context even was, but it's true.
I think it might have been in relation to pillows and stuff. But yeah, that was a bizarre thing to say. It was a very
No, it's true. I have an absurdly long... I'm all back. Not a lot of legs. I'm all back. When I sit down, if you saw me sitting at a table with a bunch of people, you would think I was way taller than I actually am because I have a massive height advantage if we're sitting on a chair.
That's if the chair hasn't cracked and dropped you a foot.
That's true, but I'm good at keeping that afloat.
You're describing a Datsun.
Yes. Our podcast is such a mess that it got uploaded. There's an error in the upload, and it ended in the middle. And a lot of people don't even know that was an error. Like, that's how fucked we are.
A lot of people think that it was some bit we did. They're
what
like,
happened? What happened, Nick? Doesn't want to answer.
Now he doesn't talk.
No clue.
Oh, suddenly no Nick to be found.
Hold on.
Because I had people come to me and say, I thought that was a funny ending. I didn't see it coming, how abrupt it was.
It ended up being something on the upload end. The full episode was there, but for whatever reason, the way their cache works, it had 37 minutes of the hour and 1 minute that was uploaded. And so I had to re-upload it multiple times for it to actually go through. And then it took about an hour for that to happen. So by that time, probably about 9,000 people had listened to it already.
It's probably most people who will ever hear it.
Also people who have downloaded too, because like I think it was the whole thing you had to delete it to like get the new. It was a disaster. In a weird way, it became a collectible. The 35 or whatever minute long version of it was. Do
you have the original episode 27 of kFace?
I reached out to Heinz. I sent. We have an Instagram, and there's a great post about the ketchup bottles, getting other people's opinions. A lot of people agreed with me in that thread. And so I sent them the photo from our Instagram of the ketchups, one upside down, one lid down, one lid up. And I asked them about it. Heinz said, hey there, we're happy to put an end to this great Heinz ketchup debate. When in doubt, follow the label. That being said, for the bottle in the picture, cap face down would be the correct direction. So the label reads correctly. Hope that helps. That's what they said. So they sided with you. But then I had someone who works at NASA reach out to me about this. They're a NASA engineer. And they...
You can't tell me somebody from NASA listens to us.
I'm telling
you,
they
not
do.
True. A janitor at NASA responded to
No. They're an
NASA
engineer.
has cupboards too.
They are an engineer, and they gave me the science behind it. It's
a custodial engineer.
It is a huge post. I don't know if it's worth reading all of it.
Was it do a temperature, maybe pressure, sort of outside to inside?
That's essentially the idea. Yeah, in summary, I'll just read the more abbreviated version of it. Gavin was very wrong about the ketchup thing. As a NASA engineer, I can tell you that storing it upside down is very dangerous due to the pressure increase of air inside the bottle due to temperature changes. I've also experienced ketchup spurts and can scientifically explain why it happens. And there's this huge explanation for the science behind it. So then I took his very long scientific explanation and I sent it to Heinz. And I was like, well, explain this, because this is what NASA is saying.
Oh my God.
And then they looked at the thing from NASA and they just said, this is beyond our pay grade as the social team. ketchup is easily the best condiment. The best general condiment, without a doubt.
You're going on record with that.
I'm going on record. Number 2 for me, very close, honey mustard. Fantastic. It's a great condiment.
What about salad cream?
Sour cream?
Like salad dressing?
No,
Sour.
salad.
What?
What are you saying? Did you say salad cream?
Salad cream.
What the fuck is that?
What is salad cream?
Are you trying to say sour cream?
I think he's saying
Are you trying to say
sour
salad
cream.
dressing?
I think I was right the first time. No, I think it's sour cream.
No, it's neither. It's salad cream.
What the fuck is that?
What is that?
What does it sound like?
It sounds disgusting.
I don't even know what it is, to be honest. Salad cream?
I'm gonna guarantee you right now, dude. I'm gonna tell you right now. If you and if I drove over to your house, if I got in your car and drove it
What
over to your
is
house right
this?
now and picked you up, and we went to the grocery store, HEB or Randall's or Fresh Plus or whatever, and I asked them where the salad cream is, they would ask me to leave.
Look, Heinz salad cream, I would place above Heinz ketchup.
That is
And I'd put
insane.
Heinz baked beans above the both of them. In terms of all my Heinz top 3, I would have ketchup as number 3 with salad cream and then beans.
When do you use salad cream?
When did you say when do you use salad cream?
Is it just a salad cream?
You put it on salad, Andrew.
Is that it?
That's dressing.
Yeah,
What's the flavor? What does it taste like? What's it made of?
What's the difference
looks
between a cream and a dressing?
It looks like tainted mayonnaise.
Yeah.
If I go to a store, can I find that on a shelf right now? If I went,
well, not on this
There's no
continent, probably, but
okay, so it's regional. I just want to make sure that this is like some section I've never seen.
How were the speaking of things we need to catch up on? How did the 3 marathons go?
Oh, I haven't started yet. I keep re-rolling my ankle.
come on.
You say it like it's a D&D character. Like I'm just
I-
trying to get better endurance.
This is okay. So I re-rolled it slightly on Tuesday. My problem is it's been sore. Okay, just don't interrupt me, Gavin. I can already see you trying. What happens is because I'm thinking about it because it hurts, I'm constantly having dreams where I'm rolling my ankle. And when I do that in my dream, I then physically react and I hurt my ankle further. So I'm constantly re-aggravating it in bed. It's a terrible cycle.
Get your legs away from the walls and stuff. Oh, you're
What do you
kicking it into the.
mean?
Well, how are you injuring it?
Oh, because like I'm laying. Okay, so like any sharp movement right now, any sudden like flinch, Gavin, hurts my ankle. So I'll be
So it's
dreaming.
not hitting anything.
No, I'm dreaming, and in my dream, I'm rolling my ankle in my dream, and so then I like jerk in my sleep, and then I actually hurt my ankle in real life.
I can't imagine. If you laid me on a bed and you said hurt your ankle right now, I don't think I physically could.
Well, you need to have it injured already. This isn't a healthy.
Put it into the wall.
No, but this is not a healthy ankle, Gavin. This is an ankle in recovery.
You're making it sound like if you look at it funny, it snaps.
No,
Absolutely
no.
mental.
No, it's the tendons. It's not a good situation, man. I kick
Put a
it in my
cast or
sleep.
something.
Yeah, I should.
Why don't you take 2 of your 40 pillows and wrap your feet around them and then duct
That
tape it
doesn't sound comfortable.
to your ankles while you sleep? It'll
That
be like
doesn't sound comfortable at all, and I'm giving up 2 good pillows for that. What about you? Anyone break a bone, like a real bone? I don't feel like a toe break is a real break.
My nose. It's all smashed
Broke your
in.
nose?
Well,
Ow.
it's like it's hard to. I fell on it when I was very young, and now it's crooked.
Oh,
And it bled a ton. Or it bled later. Didn't bleed at the time somehow.
I know this is insane. I know this is completely unreasonable. I don't think my nose could be broken. I think I have an unbreakable nose.
Andrew.
I'm not-
Andrew.
I'm saying I
Listen
don't.
to what you're saying. Listen to the words as they're coming out.
No, I know there are scenarios like if a fucking missile hit me in the face, my nose would break. But I don't think.
There's so much less than that would break your nose.
No,
it's got to be. What are you, Superman? It's got to be a missile.
No, I guess I don't think anyone.
Look,
I think it would be extremely
bend
difficult
over,
to break my nose.
Bend over in front of me at the driving range, facing me, I should say, and it'll be gone immediately.
I don't
Walk
think
too
that's
close
that's
behind me
fun.
when I shut a door. I'll break your nose.
I think just the structural integrity of my nose is very good. I think it's sturdy.
And that's based on what? Based on like what life experience?
I've kind of like played around with my nose a little bit. I put pressure on it. It's very durable. It's resistant. in both shape and
This
size.
is the dumbest thing you've ever said. This is the
No.
Have you
There's no way.
compared that anecdotal tensile strength to another nose to see how yours holds
No.
up? Are
I've
you
never
just
compared noses.
baseless
but I don't think
assumption?
someone could punch me in the face and break my nose. I just think the shape of my nose and the integrity of it would hold.
I thought it would be funny to make little souvenir baseball bats that say face on them to sell in the store as like a little collectible. And Andrew was very against that idea because I think he thought the audience was going to buy a bunch of baseball bats and try to break his nose with them.
It just seemed like a bad idea to sell a weapon when the audience was at their most angry.
So I jumped on that and I had the store order the bats, and we got these little souvenir bats. They're about 18 inches long. They say face on them. And then on the knob, I was gonna write face on every, on a bunch of them. And I had them order 50. And so I thought, well, I should do something a little extra, a little more than that. So I ordered a wood burning kit and like a vise and all this equipment. And then I got some special attachments for the wood burning kit, and I wanted to like hand number each of the bats to add to the collectability of them. And so horrible process, by the way. Eventually the bats come in. I just get a bunch of bats at my front door, and I'm like, okay, cool. I'll deal with that later. So I put them in a room and I forget about them, not the library. And then I'll be honest with you, I completely forgot about them. I was being lazy about it. And then I think it was Mallory from the merch department slacked me the other day and said, hey, we just got this shipment of baseball oh my God, the dog just farted so loud. I hope the mic picked that up. That was amazing. So she sent a Slack that said, hey, I just got saw that a bunch of the baseball bats just arrived at work. Can you come pick them up? And I said, well, how can that be? I already have the bats. They were sent to my house. I've had them for like a week. And she said, she goes, can you send me a picture of them? So I took a picture and I sent them to her, and she just responded with, okay, which I thought was strange. And then you two took that as an opportunity to torture me.
No, that's not an accurate, I think.
What was the torture?
That's an interesting perspective.
You know what the torture was.
The audience doesn't have any idea what you're talking about.
What happened?
You both convinced me that they weren't real bats that I had received, and that I had somehow received fake or joke bats that were and something was going to happen to me when I tried to burn them, and then so I didn't want to touch them for like a week, and then eventually, and I knew you were fucking with me intellectually, but emotionally I couldn't get there. And I got very upset, and I demanded to know why there were two sets of bats, and I demanded to see photos of the bats at work. And then there was a lot of backpedaling, and then I threatened to burn the bats in my fire pit, and I was serious. And then cooler heads prevailed.
I have a question though. As someone who had the bats, like you were able to pick up and hold the bats.
Yeah.
How could the bat be fake? What does that mean?
I don't know. I don't know what it was. I didn't know if it was coated in something. I didn't know if it was like a silly bat. The knob was so incredibly small. I didn't know if you guys bought like a special bat with a tiny knob, knowing it would be impossible for me to do the work on. And then there was a real bat with a big knob at work waiting for me. And then I would spend countless hours toiling away, hand burning these numbers in with a magnifying glass. I had a giant magnifying glass so that I could fucking sit here and do it. And then I was going to get through all of them and go, and then Mallory would be like, those aren't the bats. We can't sell those. Those are fake. And then I'd be like, oh, Andrew. And I just didn't trust you. And you guys did a very good job. And Eric, the little shit that Eric is too, all three of you did a really good job of fucking with me to the point where I didn't know what was real and what was fake. And it was all very frustrating.
The Slack conversation was fantastic. It's leaked over into the merch channel where you said, are there more bats at RT? Am I in possession of counterfeit bats? Mallory said, these are the right ones. Eric said, I don't know what you're talking about, Jeff. Jeff said, I'll burn these fake bats. Eric said, Jeff, no one would ever give you fake bats. Jeff said, they're going in my fire pit tonight if I don't get any answers. This went on for ages. I'd like to compare these bats to the bats at RT. At this point, Mallory's like, there aren't any bats at RT.
What's really important to note is that there are gaps of time between these messages too.
Yeah.
Like this is a day. This is a whole day of this bat issue. I feel like we should provide Jeff with some context, Gavin.
And then there were a bunch of bats in the like you the three of us have a text chain, and you guys tortured me in that text chain forever about the goddamn bats.
Okay, so
what did we put in the text? Oh yeah, it goes on. It goes on for a long time with that too.
It does. They're great. It was a great conversation. We have been planning this, Jeff, since they were announced as a thing. Gavin and I. We've been talking about this. As soon as you put the effort of putting the bats forward, Gavin and I were having a conversation, and I just observed, because you said you wanted to sign the bats from the beginning, the knob of the bat. And they were absurdly small even in the photo. It's like, there's no way. This is an impossible thing you want to do. And I was talking to Gavin about it, and then I think he came up with the idea of coating the bats and some sort of thing, so you couldn't, like half of them. Coating half the bats.
I thought it'd be a great idea to take 50% of the bats and dip them in a hydrophobic coating so that if you had a Sharpie, it just wouldn't take. Because this was back when we thought you were writing on them.
Yeah, this was right at the start. So we agreed this was a fantastic idea. We tried to figure out kind of the logistics, and I was like, well, just Eric's the producer. I'll tell Eric about this. Maybe he can do it. So I tell Eric, and he's like, I'll talk to Tony, who works in the merchandise department, and they'll figure something out. That's where we left it. Then we'd occasionally get updates in the merch chat that was like Tony was saying, we're just going to send you a card to sign so you don't even have to sign the bats, which then led me to believe that Eric never actually talked to Tony about the bats and that the bats were not being coded. So then there is this series of texts between Gavin and I throughout, like in between now and when that started, of do we talk about the bat thing, and that it didn't happen. Do we yell at Eric about the bats? He let us down about the bats. But we just kept it going. And then the final update with you and the Mallory talk, and you said that you got a wood engraver to sign them. I messaged Gavin and I said, man, I did not see the wood engraver twist coming. Even if we coded the bats, wouldn't have made a difference. Like, even if we did it, if it was successful, it wouldn't have come through.
Yeah, we couldn't pull it off, and even if we did, wouldn't have mattered.
Wouldn't have mattered in the slightest. But I said, there's such a paranoia around all the stuff we've done in this show, especially with May. I bet if I just imply that the bats are tampered with, Jeff would then think they were, and it would be like we did the thing we didn't do. And then it's arguably even funny.
You just started saying stuff like, Jeff, how are the bats? And that was enough. It was like Inception. That was enough to plant the idea within Jeff's mind that ate him away from the inside. And that coincidentally What? I was like, coincidentally coincided. That coincided with Mallory saying that the bats were at the office when in fact they were at your house, which then just naturally bled into you thinking there were two sets of bats. It was absolutely perfect. And we basically were able to enjoy all of, if we had pulled it off, we got all the enjoyment out of it, even though we didn't do anything. We did nothing.
I saw, because we moved the recording, and Jeff said, I don't trust any of you fuckers. I'm going to show up at the recording time anyway. I think this is a bit. So Jeff, I missed that, but I saw the log of Eric queuing in the bot that we used to record audio, and I saw the log of that, and I got so suspicious that I was like, then I'm just going to pretend that I recorded something. So then I went in, and I summoned the bot, and I sat there for like 20 minutes, and I called the bot off, because I didn't know what the audio was. There's a lot of paranoia. I didn't know what was recorded or what was planned.
I showed up just in case, and Eric was there waiting for me. And so I had a brief conversation with Eric about the stupid...
Should we play that audio in this episode?
We should.
I don't know if it's
I think we should absolutely... I think it is. I think in the context of the
slot
paranoia,
it in right now.
It's very funny. Right. I would slot it in right now.
Here.
There's no podcast today.
Yeah, I know.
So why are you hanging out in here?
Just making sure, just in case anybody stops by and says, what's going on?
Okay.
Yeah, there's no podcast.
I don't trust anything anybody says anymore.
I don't know what the issue is. There's no podcast.
Okay.
How are your bats?
They're fine.
Okay.
I'm gonna deal with them at some point in the future. I'm ignoring them right now.
You're gonna deal with them?
Yeah, I gotta personalize them and all.
Oh, okay. Have you tried that?
No.
Okay.
Stop saying it like that.
Saying like what?
All right.
I'm just asking you about your bats.
I'm leaving. I'm going.
Okay, goodbye. He never saw it coming.
Well, all right.
It's great.
I told you that was not interesting.
You don't
There
sound
was,
enthused.
There was if when they go on sale, if you buy one of these $1,000 bats, if you buy one of these dumb bats, know that the number on the bottom of it, the very shittily burned number on the bottom of it, includes a lot of personal swearing and yelling from me while I'm doing it.
Yeah, let's do another one.
Because there's something else we should talk about.
Like what? What do you? Well, we're doing another episode. What do you mean? Why are we stalling this one?
No. We should wrap. I had something for the next episode.
But why bring it up now? We're trying to
Eric
close the
says in the chat, we can do 2 next week. It's up to you. But you, in all caps, have to end this one. End this one now.
Well, why? Because it's going to get uploaded in half. So if we go a few more minutes, then if we go like 10 more minutes, it'll be like a normal episode.
I'm already ready to go.
No, Andrew's still exporting. There's no way he's recording.
You have to give him 25 minutes.
You think that we've done how many of these? 28? You think I'm ready to go?
Why are you never ready?
Andrew's got to spin up the hamster wheel so he can save his fucking file.
Putting the audio as WAV.
Andrew's not ready. Eric's leaving. Maybe we should do it next week.
No, I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
We can do a short one. Unless you got somewhere to go, Gav.
No, I got nothing. Because I already blocked out the full aligned time, Eric.
Yeah. Well, next time I should do that.
How many knobs could you make with the same amount of material you would take to make a full bat? That's all I was saying.
Well, obviously you would get a lot of knobs, but there's no one out there making just the knobs.
That's not
of a
the
bat.
question I was saying. That's not my point, though.
I would also like to point out that you didn't ask it that coherently at any point.
I feel like I did multiple times.
Your summary now is approaching common sense.
No,
it's approaching sensical, but you were nowhere near that succinct.
No, I absolutely was. You two were just obsessed about making bats for some reason. You're both just saying nobody does that, and I'm like, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying how much could you make? You can make a lot of knobs for the amount of material you make one bat.
But you'd have to custom get knobs because no one like mills a bat down to just the knob and puts it in a box ready to. No one's gonna buy that.
But that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying people do this. I was just asking how many could you produce for the amount it would take to make one bat. You could probably make a bunch of knobs. That's all I was saying.
But who's this person doing this?
That's not what the point. That's not the point. There doesn't need to be a person. This is a hypothetical. How many knobs make a bat?
It was hypothetical. Well, why are we talking about it then?
What are you saying? What are you saying? I was just trying to make a point that for the amount you pay for one bat, if you were to sell knobs, you would get way more knobs for the same cost of material of
but
one
we were
bat.
Explaining this, and in the text you say that's crazy to me. A knob is a knob.
Well, because you guys went this whole other way. I don't have it in front of me. I'm sure I could explain why it was crazy. You guys seem to imply that you can only have a knob if you made a bat. That the knob could not exist without being connected to the bat. That was the implication I was getting.
My girlfriend said, "What if you should make a zine about Andrew?" And I thought that's a great idea, actually, because Andrew says a lot of dumb, off the wall stuff. And I thought we could just make a zine about Andrew or a face zine. That would be a lot of fun to do. Dude, don't start. And then I put it in the merch. I said, "Hey, I want to make a zine." And then like a year later, when Andrew got his phone back, he just out of the blue said, "What's a zine?" And then I was like, "A, how do you not know what a zine is?" But I thought, what do you think a zine is? And then it turned into the most frustrating conversation. The closest I think Andrew got was he said, is it a hat?
No. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. No, yours. What a twist of words. I compared it to a magazine. I said, is it a magazine? Is it part of the magazine? I didn't know what it was. I had no context for it. My point was, if someone has no idea what it is, asking what do you think it is, what's the value in that conversation?
Are you paying someone to be you on Slack? Because you on Slack and you never agree.
I don't know what that means. I will go to the Slack log right now. I definitely thought it was a magazine. I said is a zine a hat as a joke. Because it was a reference
is a beanie
to
a hat?
Yeah, that was the point of that. I didn't actually think a zine was a hat. And then I say magazine related. That's my first real guess. I wasn't all about this hat. But then it turned into a whole, well, what is a zine then? I have a question. I've asked this to a few people. there's no range. Either people don't know this. I was in the camp that didn't know this. And then there are people that do. And the people that do seem to think you're the dumbest person in the world for not knowing this. How do you differentiate what are your teen years? Do you know this? Well, without saying, do you both know this, Jeff and Gavin?
Do I know? If it ends in the word, if it ends in teen, it's a teen year.
Okay.
13, 14, 15, 16,
did
17,
you know that,
18,
Gavin?
19.
Yeah, because of teen. It says teen in the name. 19.
Eric, did you know that?
Yeah, I don't understand. I mean, I feel like you're going to trick us or something, and you're going to be like, it actually extends to 22.
Yeah,
But
like 20
it's
teen.
It's
No.
just like the teen. If you consider like 12 your teens, but it's not. It's 13 through 19.
Yeah.
I've asked this. I've gotten equal didn't know and no. I didn't know that. I had no idea. There was a whole thing. I didn't know where my teen years began and ended. I was unsure if I was a teenager when I was like 17.
Maybe it's different
Teen
in Canada.
age. It's all in the word. Teen age.
I know. I just never made the connection. I never thought about it.
Okay,
you serious?
let's
I'm not
follow
kidding.
let's follow the line then. What do you know what dictates when you're in your 20s?
Well, you're in your 20s.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the word thing again? 21, 20. Yeah.
Do you
that
or
makes
how
sense.
about 30s?
Well, I always view it as a number thing. I don't view it as a word thing. Because when you, because when you're okay,
The word
so
is a number.
No. You're making a terrible point because when you're a kid, you're a kid or you're a child. It's not a child to set child n.
So
It
hang
doesn't
on.
apply
You
the
think
same
that
way.
No, shut up. You think that the one situation, negates the rest of ages. You think because child doesn't have a number associated with it,
You don't-
10, 20, 30, 40, you think
don't-
all of those are negated.
You don't do it with child or adult. You only do it with teen. So it's kind of weird. It just is a thing that comes in the middle.
It's the numbers. It's just the numbers.
I get it's the numbers, but I'm saying it's a weird operating system because it applies. It's like almost a convenience thing. It's just strange. That's why I never thought about it because there's no number thing from 1 to 11.
1 to 12.
12. 1 to 12. Yeah, 13. Yeah. 1 to 12.
Huh.
And then there's nothing for adult going above that. So it's just sort of this weird thing of time. You flip to 20s, 30s. That's a thing, but like kid, adult, or child, teenager, adult.
What do you mean there's nothing above it?
No, they're two different systems, aren't they? When you're in
No,
your 20s, 30s, 40s, 10s. Well, 10s wouldn't work.
Senior, middle-aged.
Yeah, but those are like all terms. Teen is part of those terms, and it's the only one that has numbers tied to it for the pronunciation of the numbers. That is not incorrect. Is it just you and like an instructor? Are there other people there? How does this work?
I took a small class of like 3
Okay.
people. It was me, Emily, and then another lady. And then did that for a month, 2 months maybe. And then we got up like a private tennis coach. A, because it seems safer, and then B, it's like you just get more time, honestly. And so Emily and I we take a private lesson with a dude. Shout out to Brent, tennis coach. He's pretty fucking good. It's just like an hour about an hour every week. He tells us how not to do dumb shit. And then I play tennis probably 3 times a week with Emily, just go hit the
Does
ball
he make you
around.
like serve into a hula hoop?
Ooh.
No, I haven't done that yet. I haven't served
Okay.
into a hula.
Have you
hoop
done
yet.
any foot exercises? Are you on like the ladder on the ground? Are you doing the sewing machine? Are you working on your
What?
foot movement?
No, we don't do that stuff. We hit the ball a lot, and we practice rushing the net and like forearms and back
I
arms.
played tennis
and
for a
serves
long
and,
time.
and volleys and continental grip versus
Wait, Andrew, you play tennis?
I played tennis for a long time, but I'm just surprised. No foot exercises at all. You're just hitting the ball.
Well, he doesn't have straw ankles.
No, it's
Yeah.
not even straw ankles. It's foot movement. You got to have quick feet in tennis. You got to move.
Yeah,
the
we
ball.
do a lot of like side to side movement and knowing like how to anticipate the ball, and like we do a lot of rotations and stuff, a lot
Yeah.
of drills. But
Okay.
at no point did he use those terms. Either of my
Okay.
coaches.
I'm just curious.
Was it sewing machine?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
sewing machine and
The sewing
climbing
machine-
the ladder.
No, you lay the ladder down. It's like a plastic ladder, and you lay it down, and you have to go through each rung between the rungs of it.
Sounds like NFL training camp.
Yeah, it is. It's sort of like a combine thing, but that was part of the thing when I played tennis that you do. It was like
So who
one of
brought the ladder?
The coach did. The
Okay.
instructor.
What
Yeah.
kind of ladder was it?
It's not a real ladder. You couldn't climb. It's a very flimsy. It's a floppy ladder. You lay it on
Like
the
a
ground.
rope ladder. Wasn't like an A-frame.
No, it was more like a plastic. It wasn't a rope ladder. It was more like what's another type of material that isn't rope? Almost like a Velcro-ish type material, but not Velcro.
A Velcro ladder.
Like felt?
Yeah, like more of a felty type thing. Yeah.
Glass?
It wasn't glass. That'd be horrifying. Oh, high risk.
It seems dangerous. How'd you break your leg? I was playing tennis with a ladder.
When you don't play it with it, it's part of the train. It's like practicing footwork. You practice all aspects of your game. I think you're probably at an age, no disrespect to you, your footwork is probably what your footwork is. You're also not, you're
I'll
just
take
you're there
it.
to
My
have fun.
footwork's fucking on point.
I don't
I
know.
would kick
do you
your ass in
think
tennis, buddy.
If we did the sewing machine, I would demolish you in the sewing machine. It is a complicated procedure. You got 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You got to go side to side.
Can you describe it? I want to picture this sewing machine.
It's really hard to describe because it's hard to do. It's one of those things where when you try to learn it. Okay, so
You draw a diagram?
no, I can't. How do I draw a diagram for physical? I guess
Here's the thing, Andrew. Whenever we ask you to draw something, you're never ready to go.
Yeah.
Well, no, but this is a complicated thing to draw.
This needs to go in the zine, so I'm going to need you to figure out how to
Okay.
draw it.
Well, that's Gavin's drop.
This is Andrew's tennis tips.
Well, I'll give the tips. Gavin's drawing. We already gave that job to him. So you
That's true.
you go 1 foot in the first rung, then the second foot in, and then one foot
so
to the right side.
The sewing machine uses the ladder as well?
Yeah, you have to go between the ladder. That's why it's called the sewing machine. It's because like you're
Are you
stitching. It's like you're stitching with your feet.
Okay.
So 1 foot in, other foot in, then the first foot you had in goes out to the side, then the other foot goes out to the side, then the other foot goes into the next set of rungs, and then so on until you
So it's
complete
in,
the ladder.
in, out, in, out. as you-
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It sounds like sideways hopscotch.
I never played hopscotch. I don't know.
What did you go to school?
Yeah. He was
do you mean?
absent the day they covered hopscotch and teenage years.
Andrew, realistically, do you, actually, not even for content, do you think you could beat me at a sewing machine?
Not even for I couldn't be more certain. Absolutely.
How much do you want to put on this?
I'd put whatever you wanted on it because sewing machine was my shit. I was always exceptionally good at sewing machine.
What if we put $300 on a sewing machine? bet?
Sure. That works for me. It's again, it's like my back and my tall thing. You would think I'm way taller. Like it doesn't, on the sewing machine, you would think I was Usain Bolt for how quick I would clear that ladder when we do sewing machine. Like there'd be kids that were faster than I was and I would catch them every time. I'd have to slow down for them. I was dominant on the sewing machine.
I just can't imagine it.
Bold
I'm sure that's what it's called. I don't think Eric can even find it. I think Eric thinks that I've made this up. I'm almost 100% sure it was called the sewing machine.
Well, it
Does
might
it
have
make
been just
sense?
what your coach called it.
It could be. That'd be weird if they invented their own name for the thing. That'd be strange.
This one wore me out.
And I think you're
Maybe
tired from
we
the
shouldn't
last
have
one.
done two.
No, I think it's fine. This is Andrew. He has a thing where he makes my brain tired sometimes.
No, it was the bat thing. I think you're fatigued from learning about the bat thing previous episode.
It's possible that I was a little on edge from the bat stuff, but I think it felt like it really went downhill for me when you flustered me with the teenage stuff.
I would be interested to see in the comments, like you said, if other people are blown away. I don't think there's going to be the revelation.
No, I don't think. Based on this, I'm going to say maybe 10% of people that hear this
It's
wouldn't
got to
have
be
made
less.
It. I
can't
it
imagine
probably
it's
would
that
be.
high.
Yeah, it's probably like 5%.
If it was higher than 1%, I would be shocked.
Somebody is definitely going to have this realization like I did. And don't feel stupid.
Are you saying there are some people out there who have voted?
Oh,
but
100%.
don't
People that I would consider smart haven't made this realization.
I know what I can do that a lot of people don't seem to be able to do, but is a totally real thing. I can turn my nose off.
What does that mean?
I can choose not to smell. That's why I don't understand when stuff smells bad and people freak out about it. I can just turn my nose off and not smell. And I've Googled it, and a lot of people can do it. A lot of people can do it. The people that know how to turn their nose off are surprised. I don't know how to explain it and don't know how other people can't do it.
Are you just not breathing through your nose?
Yeah, there's like no, there's more than that. There's like little flaps. I can feel them in the back of my nose, and you just move a muscle and they like freeze up, and then no smell gets through.
What are you talking about?
I don't
Are
I
you a
think
fucking
you're
alien from the
a
faculty?
Maniac.
What are you talking about?
It's like
You can close your nose.
And
No,
end the
Eric, we
show.
can't end. Do you hear what he just
You
said?
have to end the show.
He has a nose switch. What are you talking about?
This is insane. He's just talking about not breathing through his nose for a short period
No,
of time.
he
No,
just
no, no,
said
it's
he
not.
could
It's
close
different.
it.
It's different. It's different.
Right, no, he said that it's different. I understand that he said it was different.
But wait, okay, with your nose off, could you take a breath through your nose and still smell nothing?
I don't know. I never tried that.
It's because he's just not breathing through his fucking nose.
Of course, the guy with some of the worst smelling farts on the planet is also the guy that can turn off his nose. It's cruel.
I appreciate that. Thank you. I could turn this
Can
podcast
you-
off too.
Can you end this podcast?
Turn the fucking
in the same
podcast
way?
off.
All right, this has been another episode of Face. I believe it was episode 28. Is that right, or 29?
No, we did 28 last time.
29.
It
This
couldn't
episode.
be easier.
This has been episode 29 of the Face podcast. I hope you liked it. I hope you're one of the people out there who understands how age works, and probably if you
It's
are, you
not that I
also
didn't
know how to
understand,
play
I just never made the
hopscotch.
connection. I never made the connection. I get it.
I hope
now.
I hope you make the connection to the like and subscribe button. I hope you make the connection to 5 stars. And G, we really appreciate it that
so
you listen
funny,
to
Ken.
it. And thanks
It's
for
like saying I didn't understand the connection between 22 and 23.
I don't see how that connects at all.
numbers.
I was 27 years old before I realized, wait a minute, this shit's sequential.
I always knew that. That's obvious, but it's a pronunciation of the numbers to a very specific set of years. It's not just numbers. It's a word thing and how they are applied to those numbers.
I still don't know what it is, the sewing machine. I don't understand. I keep looking it up and I'm looking up sewing machine exercises. I'm looking up sewing machine like contests. I'm looking up sewing machine like PE. I got nothing, dude.
Let me look. Let me look at that. I'm trying to find a video of it. All of these are like 10 minutes long, and it's just like I don't want that. I'm just
But I
looking
don't
for
need
one.
to know give me any minutes. I have 0 minutes right now.
Google's not helping me.
Dude, I don't it has to be called that's not the name of it. That's not the name of anything.
It is. I think it's the step shuffle, but this guy has terrible form. It's cheating.
Dude, I'm searching step shuffle sewing machine and it's just goddamn fucking sewing machines.
Not a
But
single
it's
leg
with
drop.
the ladder?
Yeah, it's with the ladder.
Do you think your tennis instructor in your tennis class created some piece of busy work
No,
for you
it's
to do off on the side while everybody else played tennis? Like, no, Andrew, you're the king of sewing machine. Keep it up. See if you can beat your time. See if you can beat your time. I bet you can beat your time. Anyway, kids, we're gonna go serve.
If you say it's the icky shuffle, I'm gonna be real mad.
Ooh.
It's the step shuffle.
Give me a time
Crossover shuffle. It's like the crossover shuffle.
Give us a time.
Oh, that actually looks difficult.
He's cheating. You're supposed to have both feet in before you move the other.
He's only ever putting one in.
That's what I'm saying. Like when a proper sewing machine, both feet in before the other
You
one
keep
ends.
calling it a sewing machine.
Because that's what it's called.
It's not what it's
No,
called.
It's what it was called. It definitely is what it was called.
No, it's what somebody called it.
What am I supposed to call it? Because he's got bad sewing machine form. If that is what the
Jesus
sewing machine
Christ.
is,
We're not even recording this. What's going on?
This is better than the episode.
This is 100% better than the episode.
But do you
These
know what's
shuffles.
really interesting about this? None of them are called sewing machine.
It's
I'm
true.
just repeating back what I was told it was called. Okay, you know what? This isn't even better. Eric, your bullshit icky shuffle video. This is a person that knows how
The
to
one.
sewing machine.
That they do 2 feet in.
This is a good one. The one I just posted, that's some good sewing machine. Bam, bam, bam. It's
But
so
it's
fast.
called the icky shuffle.
But that's not what I call it. That's what I was taught sewing machine.
This is Jeff, do something. Jeff, do
I-
anything.
I don't know what to say.
See that?
It's the icky shuffle.
It's the icky fucking shuffle, and I don't know why you called it the sewing machine relentlessly.
What I've
I
been
grew up
told it
watching
was
that.
called.
Right, but then when we figured out that that's not what it was called, you just
It
keep
could-
saying that's what it's
Just-
called.
Because that's what I was taught it as. And also there are things that have multiple names.
Right,
Yeah.
I agree with you that sometimes things have multiple names. This is apparently not one of those
Where did
instances
my tennis
because we
instructor
can't find the other names for it.
where did my tennis instructor get sewing machine from then?
Oh,
Can
that
we just
was,
put this argument out instead of the episode we made?
That was
Yeah,
a
no kidding. Just do
put it out.
this.
Put it out first. That was a real face this episode.
Here's some bonus content, idiots.
So my options are chips and queso, soft
What do you mean your
taco,
options?
if I eat off you guys, chicken
Oh,
enchiladas
shit.
or
Do
Greek.
what?
If I eat based off what you guys are eating.
Oh, that's not what I thought you said.
Eat off of you, or if I
yeah.
physically eat off of your bodies.
Just
yeah.
go get a slice of pizza. Go to Home Slice. Go get the sandwich from Home Slice.
Dude, that's what I'm gonna get for dinner tonight. I'm gonna get Home Slice. The meatball sub from Home Slice
Yeah,
is so
it's fucking great.
good.
There you go. Problem
So
solved.
fucking good.
You're welcome, bud.
It's
Thanks,
okay.
man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no
What do
problem.
you mean
All
it's
right.
okay?
It's just okay.
I think it's fucking great.
You're a prick. All right.
Okay, bye.
Hey, bye.
I feel like Firehouse is better.
You feel like
Guys.
Firehouse subs is better than the fucking subs
The
at
meatball? Meatball for meatball? Yeah.
my come. All right, you live about 4 miles. Come over here and suck my dick right now. Come over and get on your little bike or get your girlfriend to drive you and come over and suck my fucking dick. I'll give you a ride home.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had a meatball.
I'm out. I'm gone. I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
I don't-
Goodbye. Goodbye, everyone. I
Bye.
can't do it.
All right, so here's the thing, boys. We had a false start earlier. It's okay. It wasn't any good anyway. I was being very critical of it in my head as it was happening.
Did you save the audio? Or?
It was a bad minute. No, I didn't save it. I decided and
What is a bad minute? I don't think you can determine a minute is bad.
it wasn't crazy entertaining.
Hey, Andrew, give us a good minute and go.
Well, there's no way I can do a good minute with that amount of pressure. You give
Not
us
with
a good
that
minute, Chad.
attitude. You've wasted 5 seconds. Let's get a good 50 seconds. Let's go.
Well, what do you want? What do you want? What is a good minute? I could talk about. What do you want me to talk about?
I'm asking you for it. Why am I asking you if I'm going to provide you how to make the minute good? You've lost 20 seconds. Let's get a good 40 seconds and go.
There's no hope of me recovering from a lost 20 seconds. It's only down from here.
Down to a good 30 seconds.
I'm
Take it
just not-
away,
no.
Andrew.
No, I'm just not going to speak. This is a protest.
Well, yeah.
Jeff, is this a better minute than the minute we lost, or what
I
has
feel like
been?
the other
Here's
minute was
here's
better.
how here's how I faced myself. I referenced how bad the previous minute was, with all but ensuring that you guys created what might be the worst minute in the history of face.
What?
I should have seen that coming.
But we're
And,
still in that minute. You're a
it's-
part of it now.
There's no way we're still within
It's
the
too
minute.
little, too late. There's no way we're still in that minute.
Really?
I
Definitely.
hope to God we're not. I would like to put that. I would like to put as much distance between that minute and us as humanly possible.
I think technically every second is adding distance, so we're good. It just naturally
Yeah.
happens.
I need to discuss something that's been bothering me for a very long time that I've been scared to talk about because I think A, it's going to make me look incredibly stupid, and B, I think I might be losing. You might think I've lost my mind.
Are you selling your car already?
No, nothing like
Oh,
that.
okay.
Car's doing great. Car's better than ever. FYI, Andrew sounds like a robot to me. Gavin sounds fine, so I'm having trouble picking up like what Andrew's saying.
Jeff sounds a little robotic to me.
Yeah, you've sounded a bit dog shit this entire recording. You should reboot maybe.
Maybe do another reboot.
I don't hear anything.
And then we could redo the minute, Jeff.
Hello?
You can finally get your minute.
Hey, it's Eric. If you do reboot, are you going to save the audio, or
I don't know. That's a great question.
Is he gone?
Did
Jeff?
Jeff just reboot? Just immediately rebooted?
Why does this happen with him?
I
so
don't know.
much.
It's a bold move to just immediately reboot, or he's just not talking. Either
No,
way.
I think that his computer got all messed up.
Oh, you think this isn't on purpose? You think he's crashed in some capacity?
Do you think it's okay? So how do we make sure? How do we see if it's an on purpose?
I guess we ask him when he comes back.
I did hear
What
him
would be the
say
protocol?
a little bit ago, you guys are breaking up. He said that right in the middle of you talking, Andrew, but I feel like we just ignored him.
No,
I didn't hear that at all.
heard
I
it.
heard him after say like, Andrew kind of
Hello?
sounds like a robot to me. Oh wait, no,
Hey, what's
that's
up?
what?
God
Jeff?
damn it. Yeah, I don't know what's going
back?
on. I just got...
He's
He
here.
He said he just got.
Can you hear me now?
I don't hear Jeff at all.
So, Eric, when are we rescheduling the?
Yeah,
So I can... All right,
podcast?
Gavin's fine. Gavin's
Okay.
fine.
You want to just call Andrew on the phone?
Yeah.
Wait. What do you mean? Call me.
Well, he's
What did
having
I
an
do?
issue with you, Andrew.
Oh, I can't hear Jeff.
Andrew can't hear me? Why wouldn't
It's
Andrew
clearly
and I be
Jeff's
able to
fault.
hear each other?
Just talking over each other now.
I have no idea what Jeff's saying.
This is like lunacy.
How
This is how Gerp
Okay.
happened.
No, okay. I'm gonna. Whenever Jeff's thing, we need to set up an honor system. When Jeff lights up, I'll stop talking.
That doesn't. But it's a podcast.
No. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Gavin will have. It's like a choose your own adventure happening simultaneously, and Gavin is the main character.
What, like I got to pick who I want to listen to?
No, we'll just go back and forth, and people can decide what path they liked.
By the way, Andrew sounds fine now.
Andrew, can you hear Jeff?
Oh, absolutely not.
I can hear Andrew sounds totally fine to me.
Could you see him lighting up, Andrew?
Oh, I can see him lighting up. Absolutely. That's how I know. It's like a red light, green light scenario. Whenever I see
Okay,
that light go up,
perfect.
I go quiet.
So if you want to make Jeff laugh, that's going to be difficult. I feel like that's a big part of this podcast. Oh, he's laughing. Did you hear that, Andrew?
No, I didn't.
Okay, I'll recite what Jeff's saying.
God.
That's what he's saying now.
Oh, that's great.
That's great.
Why can't Andrew just Andrew, just get off the call real quick, quit Skype, open it back up, come back in, but just don't
What
stop
do you
recording.
mean quit Skype? I'm on
sorry.
Skype?
Discord.
Why don't we try on Skype?
Shut up.
I maintain that somehow Andrew's the problem.
I'm telling you, it's not my fault.
Wait, you can hear Jeff.
What do you mean?
You just
Hang on.
replied to him.
This is
No, wait,
bullshit.
what do you mean?
just replied to him.
What do you mean?
You did.
No, I
Oh.
didn't hear. I just left and came back. I didn't hear anything. I just was
Andrew.
declaring it was not my fault. No, I'm not. This isn't a bit. I couldn't hear
Wait,
you.
You were doing a bit.
He's
No, I
doing a
wasn't.
fucking bit.
No, I wasn't doing a bit.
Andrew.
This is no bit.
But
So
you can
you-
hear him now.
Yeah, I can hear him now. You sound great, Jeff.
Okay.
How's
Thanks,
it going, buddy?
man.
I missed you. I
With a
like the
broken
idea
nose?
that they propose, like they say, hey, if you pick this choice, this is your life. If you pick this choice, this is your life. And your determination was just what's the shiniest. You gave
Look.
no fucks about any of the other options
Look,
or
I
your
wanted to see
lifestyle.
the ray tracing and the puddles and stuff.
That's fair. If you put it in that context, I get it. That
I'm going to
makes
fix
sense.
this. I'll be right back.
Christ. We've got like 2 minutes.
What happened?
What
No,
are we
I think this is
doing?
all good. What is
Oh, he
Jeff
said-
doing? I
he said,
told you
"Don't
this isn't my
stop."
fault. I
He
told
said-
you it wasn't my fault and that it is his, and I wasn't doing a bit.
Maybe while Jeff's gone, we can have a few updates on last week's recording. Or the week before. I mean, I guess
sure.
they were the same day for us.
Yeah.
Andrew, has your salad cream arrived?
It's not expected to arrive until December 26th to like January something.
Oh, wow.
So it's going to be a while.
Might be a
I
Boxing
hate
Day treat.
it. Might I don't know if I want to call it a treat. I learned I accidentally ordered 2. I ordered an allotment of 2, and I'm disgusted to even have 1. I regret it.
Why? What do you think it's going to be?
I don't like anything about it. I know it's not the most outrageous thing, but the idea of using a Heinz bottle to put anything on a salad seems absurd. Just seems like it would be a bad idea. I don't want to use a Heinz bottle on anything green.
That makes no sense because so much stuff of Heinz you put on green stuff.
Like what? Name some. Exactly.
uh,
Fucking exactly.
Do Heinz make a mayonnaise?
Yeah, they do, I guess, but not in like a bottle, I don't think. You wouldn't
Hmm.
want a squeeze bottle for mayonnaise, would you? I feel like mayonnaise is a knife condiment.
Hello?
No, I've got a squeeze bottle for mayo.
Really?
And it's an upside down one too.
Hello?
Interesting. I'm not a mayo guy. As I said, I'm a sneaky mayo eater. I'll never put it on anything. I kind of don't like the idea of eating it, but if it's on an item I order, I won't take it off and I'll probably enjoy it.
Wow, Heinz make dressings too as a spray.
What do you mean a spray?
What the fuck?
They got spray bottles. I'm looking at Heinz balsamic with a hint of garlic, Heinz raspberry balsamic, chili and lime, and zesty lemon salad dressing spray.
Oh, it really is
Wow.
salad dressing spray, yeah.
Hello?
That's amazing. And that's going all over your green stuff, Andrew.
Yeah, that's true. I guess, I was considering, that's not what I imagined that. I guess, the bottle technology exists. Why wouldn't Heinz use it? Leading
I
company.
think more food should be sprayed on.
Like,
All right.
What do you mean?
All right. This is going to work. We're good.
Okay.
What do you mean this is going to work? What did you do?
I just rebooted my internet.
Okay.
You're not on Wi-Fi, are you?
Well, here's the problem. I am, unfortunately, because I'm in my bedroom and I can't run a Cat 5 cable that far.
Your bedroom has all the shelves in it, or
No, the library has the shelves. It's listen, library's still getting work done. I had somebody here today.
What does that mean?
I don't want to get into a whole thing.
Okay.
But because people gave me the order wrong to get shit done, because everybody's well-meaning, but motherfucker, I got the wallpaper in. I got the wallpaper in 2 weeks ago or last week, however long ago it was. I don't remember. Do you remember when I got the wallpaper in? It was a fucking eternity ago, I'll tell you that. And today, the guy comes in to look at the support for the desk because the desk needs needs a metal beam on it. Otherwise, the fucking desk isn't going to be strong enough, and my fucking monitors are all going to crash into each other like Jeremy's ass kick. And he goes, "Oh, it's too bad about the wallpaper. We're going to have to rip all that up." I didn't even think I was going to have to talk about this today because I agreed after this morning that I wasn't going to think about it for a while because I was frustrated. And then you guys drug it out of me because I realized I'm on fucking Wi-Fi in the bedroom, but it shouldn't be a problem, guys, because I've been on Wi-Fi in the bedroom for like the last 5 fucking episodes because this library's never going to get finished.
Here's the thing as well, though. You could just spend about $8 on just a long Cat 5 cable and just use it for a bit. So in order to prop up your desk, I assume it would just be like a leg under the desk or something. They're ripping down all the wallpaper.
I don't want a leg to like bang my knee into. It have to be like in the middle. And so they're going to build like a metal L beam that's going to go into the stud and come out, which is the elegant solution and the right way to do it to build it properly. However, that's going to require them to rip out the sheetrock that they just had me get re-sheetrocked.
So who's in charge of the order? Is there like a project manager who should be arranging that, or is that you?
That's the problem. Listen, lot of lessons learned on this library. It's going to be fucking beautiful. It's going to be wonderful. It's going to be amazing. Tomorrow, I'm going to have drawer pulls on all of my drawers, and I'm going to be able to start using them. I'm going to have a light installed where I need a light installed. That's going to be great too. I'm going to have 30% less wallpaper than I have today, but I'll deal with that problem tomorrow. My dog's screaming. I got to go. I'll be back in 1 second. I got to let her out. Be right back.
What are you doing today?
is this for real? Is this a real episode of this show?
I'll be honest. If Jeff had done the podcast the same day his shelves were getting put up, it would have been less intrusive than this.
100%. 100%.
Do you know how to make honey mustard?
Okay. So if we were gonna make honey mustard, I guess the first thing I would need mustard and mayo, or not mayo, honey, right? Mayo. Well, wait, mayo is in mustard, isn't it? Do you use honey? I think there's mayo somewhere in the honey mustard.
I don't know, but the fact that you got one of the two ingredients wrong is in the name. It's not.
It was a misstep. I'm looking at these Heinz balsamic things, and they're making me think of mayo because that's how the conversation started.
It sounds like you're making mayo mustard, and that's your sauce.
No.
Yeah.
I think I'd go half and half. Half a thing of honey, half a thing of mustard, and then you just stir it.
I bet there's somebody on your little giant island who has bees that you could get local honey from, and that could be your angle.
Oh, I lost Jeff. I don't know if that's just me.
Did Jeff go again?
I think Jeff's gone again. He's talking about bees.
You guys can't hear me? Can you hear me now?
No, you're back. You're talking about bees?
No, I was saying that Is that why you're laughing?
Jeff, why did you repeat the whole point? No, Jeff.
Hello?
You repeated the whole thing.
Get a wire and run it.
Just run the wire out of the office.
I'm right here.
Out of the window.
Everything
through
is
the
wrong
sliding
with Nick.
glass
I'm right
door.
here.
Jeff set up Nick.
I'm right here.
Yeah, Nick. Jeff is on Wi-Fi because
I'm right here.
His office still isn't done, and it's about to be undone a little bit as well.
Would you think it would be weird if you were to wake up every day of your life for, I don't know, let's say 3 years, maybe longer, and next to your desk there was a coin, like let's say a quarter, just a bog standard quarter, or a loonie or whatever the fuck they call it in Canada. And you the first thing you did when you got up every day was you picked up that coin and you flipped it, and you called heads or tails. And every day for, let's just say 3 years, it was tails, 100% of the time, never heads, ever. And you started to get freaked out by it. So you like put a different quarter down and you threw the other quarter away. And that it was still tails every day. So you got a nickel and you tried that and it's still tails. So you take it outside and you throw it up in the air and you let it hit the ground. Still tails. Everything that you can do, the coin still flips tails every day of your life. That's been happening to me with socks.
What?
Okay, I was about to make a Harvey Dent joke, and then you switched it to socks.
What do you mean?
I don't know how that even applies.
I was so excited about this coin story. I was riveted.
I'm just trying to make it make sense.
No, time out for a second. Have you not been flipping a coin every day of your life?
Metaphorically, I have.
What the fuck? What do you mean? I was imagining you in your backyard throwing a coin.
That's the picture I want you to have.
God.
I want you to understand, Andrew, my frustration
Why don't you just explain
and my
the
concern
thing?
and my fear. I'm trying to make it relatable to you because it's such a weird thing I'm about to explain to you.
What the fuck?
Okay, so let's here. And before you say it, you're gonna come up with lots of ways that I can test this, and I'm gonna tell you I have an answer for every one of them.
Okay.
All right. It's been every day of my fucking life.
What was that?
Every day I get up.
Been doing the same with socks.
My girlfriend doesn't even know about this. I've never even mentioned it to her, and I live with her. I suffer in silence.
I can't imagine how that applies.
You're the only people I've ever spoken to about this. Every years, guys, 900,000 days in a row, maybe, of my life. I am at a point in my life where every pair of socks I own has an L or an R on the toe. Right?
What?
You know how you get a pair of nice socks, and like Gavin, you remember the whole sock revolution we had at Achievement 100 years ago, and I bought you guys all nice socks. Well, if you look at your nice socks, if you have any pairs of nice socks now, they have a left sock and a right sock, and they'll tell you right by the big toe there's an L, and right by the other big toe there's an R, meaning that the L sock is obviously for your left foot. It's probably designed that way to be ergonomic and hug and comfort your foot, right? And then the other sock, same thing, obviously, just makes sense. However, what happens to me is every day when I get up and I go through the same routine, and then I sit down and I pick up, I'm left-handed, right? I sit down on my sofa or wherever, and I go to pick up a sock, and I instinctively pick up and to put a sock on my right foot.
I fucking hate this.
I pick up every single time the left sock.
Why did you do the coin story?
Because it's the same thing. I've got a 50-50 shot of getting the left or the right sock.
But that's still
Why is it only the left sock every time? I fold them differently. I mess them up. I can't not pick the left sock.
Why tell the coin thing? It's the same story. You just changed the item. You told the same story twice. Like we couldn't comprehend the sock thing without the coin thing.
I wasn't sure you could. I was trying to come up with an analogy.
You're
that makes
explaining
sense.
a 50%
You're getting
probability.
bogged down in the coin thing.
Well, because you brought it up.
Help me fix my problem.
It was a great story.
I'm living. My point is, I think I'm living in a simulation, and it's every day at this
Holy
moment,
shit.
it like something sinks or reboots, and I'm getting stuck with the goddamn left sock on my right foot. And I've done everything I can think of to do it. I've laid the socks out the night before, and somehow I still end up with the left sock. And I always forget, right? Like I'm never like I even think like one time I've even left myself notes on my nightstand. Don't forget the sock thing.
Throw away all the left and right socks and get some universal any foot goes pairs of socks.
Yeah, they made 12 fucking socks.
Fucking 12
Yeah, who cares?
songs.
Your sock thing is fine, Jeff. Like, who cares if you got the left and the right?
It's
Who gives a
bothering
fuck?
me.
Yeah, I mean, I just think it would be more interesting if you did flip that coin and it always came up tails.
It would be way more interesting.
I'm doing it. It's the same thing. I'm coming up left every time.
I have an important question for Eric, because Eric likes to yell and he wants this to end, but I meant to bring this up earlier. Do we continue to call it the sewing machine, or do we now call it
Are you fucking kidding me? Thank you for listening to Kface. We'll see you guys later. Thanks for listening. Give us a 5-star rating, leave a review, and listen to the next episode. Merry Christmas, ho ho ho, from everyone here at Kface, and we'll see you next time. We're not talking about the sewing machine or the icky shuffle. No. Goodbye.
And P.S. We're living in a simulation. Open your eyes. Look for the seams. They're visible everywhere. Pay attention.